Look for these hit movies that you can own. From Walt Disney Home Video.
I'm gonna miss you so much.
Left Behind with family friends.
Have a nice vacation!
And Far From Their Home. 3 beloved pets take matters into their own paws. He's Shadow.
Something doesn't smell right.
She's Sassy.
Cats rule and dogs drool.
He's Chaz.
Get a life. Get 9 of them.
Now, they're determined to find their way back.
I'm going home.
Wait!
They're off on an adventure they'll never forget.
Oh, this ground isn't nearly soft enough.
Don't be such a sissy, Sassy.
It's an untamed world full of surprises.
What's that smell? Whoa! I never thought anything could smell too much.
Hey, you!
Where nothing comes easy.
Hey, Scram, get your own fish.
Careful, pup.
Help!
And danger waits at every turn.
I gotta tell you, domesticated animals wouldn't stand a chance at it.
Where the forces of nature will test their ability to survive. It will be an incredible journey home.
Hey, guys, wait up.
Come on!
Home is just over that mountain.
Critics agree. 2 thumbs up, say Siskel and Ebert. A masterpiece of family entertainment, says ABC TV. In the classic tradition of Walt Disney Entertainment comes Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey. Coming this fall on video cassette.
Round 1, fight!
What's up, guys? Welcome to Tournament Fights. This is episode number 212, Zach Shelton's Top 64 Favorite Movies, and now your feature presentation. I remember those old school trailers, especially that Homeward Bound one, because anytime I go hiking or on a road trip with like kids in the car, I'll be like, home is just over that mountain. So, and they'll be like, what? I thought we were almost there. But I'm looking forward to talking to Zach Shelton's favorite movies. I thought he would have quite a few hot takes. He's got like 2 or 3 maybe that I would say are kind of hot takes, but beyond that, not too bad actually. So yeah, but we'll see what he has to say, what the rest of our panelists has to say. I'm your host for tonight, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we'll bring in our panel for tonight. We'll start with my co-host, Austin Pez Howell. What's up, Austin?
Load it now on video cassette.
Yeah.
August 13th. No, there's not enough voiceover trailer guys anymore. There's like nothing going on. I miss those guys.
Yeah, they're fun for the right trailer. It depends on what the trailer.
I mean, those kids' movies, you kind of had to have them. It works.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but we'll go ahead and bring in our man of the hour. We got Zach Shelton in the house. What's up, Zach?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good, man.
Doing good. Yeah, we're
ready.
Looking forward to seeing what happens tonight. It could go any way. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I as you'll see, I have a unique variety, and just it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds good. We also have Jordan Owens, Mr. JPO.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Hey, yeah, happy to be here for Zach talking all his favorite movies. And hey, if I was 7, I also would have had Homeward Bound on my list. I love that movie. Cats do rule and dogs do drool. Cats are better.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with a little Michael J. Fox, even in like dog form. You know, it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also have joining us. We got Jonathan Caro. What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing well. I mean, I survived a couple of days of storms. I mean, Mother Nature has gifted my appearance on this show. I usually am busy, but yeah, can't wait to have some fun with this batch of movies. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting show.
Yeah. Well, speaking of storms where I live, it snowed 2 days ago in May. I've never seen it snow in May except for in the mountains, so it's been weird this year.
By the way, for a trailer though, man, they give away a lot of stuff from Homeward Bound.
Yeah, they show the entire ending.
Yeah, the entire ending.
Yeah. So all
Will
right.
they make it home? Yes, they will.
Yes, they make it home and they're reuniting because we're gonna show it. Well, you gotta reassure those kids, make sure they don't get too scared.
It's Disney.
But last but certainly not least, we have Mr. Dan Skip Allen. How's it going, Dan?
Hey, hi, welcome to. I am glad to be back here. By the way, you have to refer to us as esteemed guests. Esteemed.
Yeah, right.
We're esteemed.
Esteemed guests, esteemed colleagues, whatever you want to say.
And I think I forget which one. Either Zach was on my 64 or he was on Westerns, which I was on, and he kind of messed me up a little bit on one of those. I was like, which one?
Well, we'll see. I mean, Zach's been pretty good at just like watching tons and tons of movies. I've been paying attention to. He's been watching a lot. So less and less he's saying I haven't seen that. But tonight he can say he has seen every single one, or I hope so, because they're all in his top 64. So
We're just 64 random movies.
I've just heard good things about this one, so I put it on my list. We'll see.
It looks pretty good. I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, Austin, you want to break it down for anybody tuning in, any first timers? Just let them know.
Yeah, no, Tournament Fights is just a kind of a March Madness style bracket. Zachary Shelton put together his 64 movies, sent them to me, I randomized them up, put them on a wheel, spun them up, and got them all in kind of a random order here. We'll see what shakes out in the bracket. We'll go up and down the bracket. Everybody get a chance to kind of chime in on them. So the fate is in the panel's hands, not in Zach's hands necessarily. We'll try to keep our thoughts fairly brief. Let Zach talk about his movies, and we'll see what happens. And your prize, Zach, your reward is over the next week. You got to watch whatever wins. That's your prize. So that's how it works. That's basically how it is. And after the initial round, we'll do kind of a speed round, and we'll get to the finish, see what happens. So that's all it is. Yeah. So cool. All right. Let's see what our first matchup is. We'll be scrolling on over, and we'll start out with Happy Gilmore and Apollo 13. So we'll start at the bottom with Dan, and we take the order each time. So we'll start with you, Dan. Happy Gilmore, Apollo 13.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I know I'm probably going to be the odd man out here, but I'm not. Some of Adam Sandler's sports movies are not my cup of tea. Adam Sandler in general really isn't my deal. This is one of Tom Hanks and Ron Howard's best movies. So I'm definitely going to go with Apollo 13 here.
All right.
Mr. Caro. Good. We'll go to Jonathan. Yeah.
This is actually a tougher matchup for me because I actually adore these two movies. I think Happy Gilmore is one of Sandler's best comedies. I laugh at it a lot, especially there's some great lines in the movie, great exchanges. Obviously, the late Carl Weathers, he's in it as well. He has fun as Chubbs. And Apollo 13 is a great biopic, a great drama set in space. And director Ron Howard does a great job making it look real, make it look like a real docudrama. Great cast, great performances, tantalizing suspense. A tougher call for me, but I think Apollo 13 is Ron Howard's best film, in my opinion. And he has a lot of good ones. So I'm going to pick Apollo 13.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. JPO, what do you say?
Apollo 13 is a really great movie, but so is Happy Gilmore, in a different, obviously, light. So I'm going to give it to Happy Gilmore here. Show some love for the Sandman.
The Sandman.
Yeah. Well, Zach, which one you like better? Which one are your favorites?
So, I like these movies for different reasons. I think Happy Gilmore definitely has a lot of great funny moments, and it has a great cast of characters. And Apollo 13 is actually my favorite Tom Hanks performance. But I'm going to go with Happy Gilmore simply because it is more rewatchable for me. And that's a movie that I could just put on at any time. And with Apollo 13, I kind of feel like I have to be in the right mood for it. But it's close, but I'm going to go with Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you say?
No, I like both these movies a lot. Happy Gilmore's in my 128. But just for the sake of this list, Apollo 13 doesn't come up a lot, and I watched it again pretty recently, and it still really works. So just to show us some love, because we don't see it on Tournament Fights a lot, I'll go Apollo 13.
Well, Houston, we have a problem, and that problem for me is I like Happy Gilmore just a lot more. So I do like Apollo 13. It's good. I like Tom Hanks. I like Kevin Bacon in there, Bill Paxton in there, and I think that it's really good. And yeah, Ron Howard is just a reliable director. That's why you get it. I mean, you try to get him to come fix Star Wars. You can only do so much with it when you bring him in. And I think that Happy Gilmore though is just one I grew up with, one I watch all the time. It comes up a lot, but for good reason because I mean, a lot of this community love that movie. So yeah, and Adam Sandler's like. For me, 90% of the time, like he's funny and like on par for me. He's got a couple misses, but not too many. So I'll go Happy Gilmore.
All right, so we start out hot with a tie. How we work the ties is we just start at the bottom. We rotate the tie-breaking vote up the ladder. So we'll start with Dan. Dan, you can go either way. You can flip or flop.
Well, I voted for Apollo 13, so I'm going to go for Apollo 13.
Okay, there we go.
Right
off the bat. Going down to game nights, not with Rachel, with Zach as Rachel McAdams.
Right.
But that
you see him just above the bracket there.
Yeah, right. And Eddie the Eagle. So yeah, if anybody wanted to see, just up in the upper right there, if you like to see what it looked like as Rachel McAdams, there you go. So, all right, but Jonathan, what you got?
You know what? Zach, you almost look like Jesse Plemons' character in Game Night. You almost do. Yeah. Anyway, interesting matchup. I've seen all of the movies on his list except one. But I had to rewatch like three or four. Just refresh my mind. And Eddie the Eagle's one of them. It had been a while. I thought it was a nice movie, a nice, inspirational, straightforward sports film about a young guy, an obnoxious guy, overcoming a lot of odds against his favor. But he did get on my nerves a little bit, the character in the beginning, but then you start to it starts to grow. He starts to grow on you, yeah. And Edgerton does give a great performance. Yes, so it is good. Game Night, though, is actually one of my favorite comedies in recent years. I think it holds up really well. It's extremely funny, has a great ensemble cast, actually an underrated ensemble cast, and it just moves effortlessly. You have two of the funniest performers in the movie right there, Bateman and McAdams, and also you have to add Plemons as well, who's he's a rising star right now. So, yeah, there's a lot of funny scenes, a great story, a sweet ending. I'm going to go Game Night.
Yeah. JPO, what do you say?
This is a good round. I like both a lot. It's been a while. It's been a minute since I've seen Eddie the Eagle as well. But I remember really being charmed by it. I think speaking of sweetness, that movie just kind of exuberates, kind of sweet and follow your dreams and whatnot, no matter, everyone telling you, maybe go do something else. Your dreams are kind of lofty here. So there's a sweet soul added here. Hugh Jackman's really good as well. Game Night's a great comedy here, kind of one of the surprises of the year because it's better than you think it's even going to be off the trailer. Yeah, shout out to Jesse Plemons. Looking at the chips, they're buy one get two. I don't know how that's profitable for Frito-Lay.
Yeah. That was as a guy who works at a grocery store, that was my funniest laugh when I saw it in the theater.
Yeah. That's not a sale that ever happens.
Nope.
So, yeah, I like these both a lot. I'll go ahead and even it out, though. Give some love to Eddie the Eagle. Speaking of movies, like last round we said, you don't see enough people talk about the Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but JP, which wrestler or wrestlers are in Game Night again? Some of the Retribution gentlemen.
Just right at the end, it's Jackson Riker, Gunner.
Yeah.
He gets sucked up in the airplane. He gets killed by the propeller.
Oh no, he died.
Right. Oh no,
he died.
Yeah. But Zach, what are you gonna go for?
So I'm gonna agree kind of with Game Night because Game Night to me was one of like the big surprise hits of that year, and it just I was excited to see it when it came out, and it just completely blew me away by just how fun and just entertaining it was, especially with Bateman and McAdams and just all the crazy situations they get in. And as far as Eddie the Eagle, I feel like it's an inspirational and a great sports story that is kind of not talked about at all, with great performances from Edgerton, but also from Hugh Jackman. And this is tough, but slightly, I'm going to go with Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, the battle of two movies I've seen once, but I enjoyed both of them. Yeah, I need to go back and watch Game Night again because I did like it. I love Jesse Plemons. I think he's kind of really blowing up, kind of great in everything he does. So for that factor, I'll give it to Game Night.
Yeah, this might be one of the hardest matches of the tournament I'm predicting. We'll see, because I love both these movies. I saw Eddie the Eagle 3 times in a theater, but I also worked at a theater, and I don't know if I would have gone 3 times if I didn't get free movies at the time. But yeah, it's just really good. I love Taron Egerton as an actor. Edgerton, or I don't know how you say his last name, but
it's pronounced Joy Edition.
Okay.
But anyways, that's
that's like an inside
Facebook.
joke. Yeah,
Facebook.
I see what you're doing. Yeah, my autocorrects. Yeah, but and then, like, you know me, I love Hugh Jackman. I'm a Logan fan, and I'm a big fan of Hugh Jackman. And so Eddie the Eagle's great, but man, Game Night, it's just so good, so funny. Like from beginning to end, I just like. I'm just on this ride. I'm a big game person to begin with. I love me a good game night, and then here it just escalates to like a 20 out of 10. It just goes crazy. Kyle Chandler, like, he's pretty funny also. And then I like the whole like fake Denzel Washington scene. Like, that's pretty good too. But there's a lot of just good stuff throughout. And Game Night is a movie that like when I'm hanging out with someone and we're just looking for something light, like a little lighthearted, but still got a little edge to it, and it's funny too. Then I'm like, well, let's watch Game Night, you know. So, yeah. So I like them both, but I'll give the edge to Game Night. But Dan, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. In the last 15 years or so, there really isn't that many movies that made me literally like laugh out loud as much as Game Night did. I mean, one of the funniest movies I've seen in the last 15 years. There just isn't a lot of great comedies these days. It's just people just don't know how to make great comedies anymore. Eddie the Eagle, though, is kind of in my wheelhouse. I'm a big sports movie fan. I love inspirational sports stories. I'm a big fan of Hugh Jackman and Taron Egerton in this, and so I'm just gonna, by the slightest of margins, I'm gonna go with Eddie the Eagle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we have another tie, so we'll scoot it up to Jonathan. Could be a motif tonight. We'll see.
Look, Eddie the Eagle's nice, but I think there are just some throwaway cliched characters aside from 2 of those main guys. So I gotta go Game Night. I think Game Night just kills it across the board.
All right, Game Night works. Going down to The Walk and Creed. The Walk, the Robert Zemeckis movie. JPO.
Walk's not bad here. Very interesting tale here. Still kind of works. I want to say Zemeckis did it. You know, JJL's my boy, but yeah, I love those Creeds. They're honestly my favorite Creed / Rocky films in the world. I think really well done here, so I'm gonna go Creed.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good. Zach, what are you gonna go for?
So the thing with Creed is, I believe, if I remember correctly, that was actually the first movie in the entire Rocky franchise that I saw. I just had not seen the Rocky movies yet at that time. And I really enjoyed all the performances, especially Michael B. Jordan and his chemistry with Sylvester Stallone, and how you really get the backstory and just how it is great at continuing the story. And then with The Walk, this is one of 2, and you'll see the other one later, of my favorite Joseph Gordon-Levitt performances. And I think actually both are kind of like under talked about. I like the suspense in here. I like the story. I like everything that goes into the ultimate plan. but I'm gonna go with Creed as my choice.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you got?
No, I actually liked The Walk for what it was. Saw it in IMAX. It makes you a little dizzy at times, but it's pretty good. I like the Man on Wire documentary. The documentary is great. I might go Creed here. I have my issues with the movie here and there, but it's still really solid. I'm a Creed 2 guy. I'll go Creed.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both really solid. The Walk is like a fun IMAX watch. Like, see it on the biggest screen that you can, because it's very like visual, give you a vertigo if you have it. And it just, or even if you don't have it, it'll make you have vertigo. It's just like really cool the way that it's shot. And it's just JGL doing the French accent, the playing the actual guy that really did that, so it's a true story. And then you throw in like Ben Kingsley, Ben Schwartz. There's a couple like other people from there, but yeah, I've only seen it once. But Creed, I've gone back to at least like 7 or 8 times. Like it's so good, and like the chemistry between Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone, and like how he goes back into Vince's Rocky to come train him and be in his corner, and all that just works so well. And it's just hard to pick the best Rocky movie, because like I'm just kind of one of those guys that's like, ask me which one that I like the best. It's the one that I watched last, like or most recently. So yeah, so I'll go Creed. Dan,
real quick story. I'll tell you what I saw the documentary like you did, Austin, The Man on Wire. One of the best documentaries of the last 25 years or so. I mean, just phenomenal documentary. And so when I saw Robert Zemeckis was making this movie, I was like, oh, wow, what is he going to do? How's he going to make? And then he created this technology with the camera, dropping the camera, and it's all green screen. So you feel like you're going to fall off that building. If he falls, you fall with him, and all this kind of stuff. Amazing technology that Robert Zemeckis created to make you feel like you had a vertigo. And you guys, I do have vertigo. I am afraid of heights. So that movie, I was literally grabbing my friend next to me. Like I thought I was going to fall off the building watching this movie. And this is a true story. You could, but Creed, I think that Sylvester Stallone was robbed of an Oscar. I mean, I'm no taking anything away from Mark Rylance, but I think Sylvester Stallone was robbed.
I'll take stuff away from Mark Rylance, and I continue
a great performance.
I was going to make the same joke. No.
Yeah.
Stallone gives.
No, forget that. It's boring as shit. Stallone's is better.
One of the top 2 or 3 performances of his entire career, probably. And I think adding that gravitas of him and giving that performance to the Michael B. Jordan character of Adonis made Creed one of the top 4-ish Rocky films in the Rocky franchise. So very slightly, another one that's very close for me, very slightly, I'm going to go with Creed based off of Sylvester Stallone giving an incredible performance.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty interesting. Like the Creed movies, it's like some people have this one as their favorite. Other people say it's top 4-ish. Other people say it could be in their top like 1, 2, or 3. So it's just hard to pick. But Jonathan, what do you say here?
Yeah, The Walk is an underrated Zemeckis movie. I think the first half does a good job of pacing, and I don't think the pacing is all there though. But when it gets to The Walk, it's incredible. It's like y'all said, it's a great IMAX experience. Levitt's accent does get grating sometimes, but no, he does a good job. But I do like how Zemeckis handles this material, especially delivering that tribute, that quiet little tribute at the end with the towers. It almost makes me tear up. But Creed is great. I think Creed is a great film, and it gets my vote. So let's make it a Creed sweep.
All right, Creed sweep.
Yeah.
All right, going down to Catch Me If You Can. There's another Tom Hanks, and Homeward Bound, which I played at the beginning. So with the dogs and cats. Zach.
So this is actually a tough matchup. Homeward Bound, I love the adventure that you get. There's actually some good laughs in there as well, especially from Chance. And I think it actually has a very good voice cast, and it looks great for the time. Catch Me If You Can, to me, is actually my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio performance. And I feel like this one, you really let him shine and with everything that he does in the different situations. And I think Tom Hanks works great with him too. I actually would love to see them do another movie together. This is tough, but I'm going to go with Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you say?
For nostalgia's sake and the fact that I pulled that trailer, I'm giving it a Homeward Bound because I watched that movie a million times as a kid. So why not? You know what? You have it on your list. I'm going to show it some love, Zach. I thought you would too. Shame on you.
Yeah.
Again, it's all based on the matchup. So.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Like, I'm actually like a pretty big Homeward Bound fan also, and also a Michael J. Fox fan. He's my favorite actor, and I think that the movie's fun. They do a lot with these animals and put them in a lot of like harrowing situations, and like I remember the cat almost drowning in the river and like all that
I
stuff.
appreciate good old school animal acting in movies, and that movie
Yeah,
is
right.
great animal acting, which
There
doesn't
is-
get enough love.
Yeah, shout out Sally Field for the cat, Sassy or whatever. Yeah, I think that it's a lot of fun, and we see Catch If You Can on here quite a bit. We don't see Homeward Bound, and I like this one. I even like the one where I don't know if the animals talk at all in the Incredible Journey. The like old school one, they just like are there on screen.
They're just there on screen.
Yeah, but I kind of like both of them. But some people like the San Francisco one. I think Brian has it in his 128.
Brian's a big fan of that one.
That one I don't like. That one's just weird. I don't know, but this one's good, so I'll vote for Homeward Bound. But Dan, what do you say?
Yeah, I didn't grow up in the 90s, and these kind of movies that you guys have as a nostalgia factor in the 90s, like Homeward Bound and all these types of movies, they weren't my cup of tea. I didn't watch them. I didn't care for them. Now, I do care for Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, Amy Adams, Christopher Walken, period piece set in the 60s about a guy who's like a forger and a liar and all this kind of stuff. And you have FBI agent chasing him. That kind of stuff I am into. And so that just based off of this matchup and based off of my love of Catch Me If You Can, I'm going to go with that film instead. I'm sorry, guys, but it just wasn't my era. Homeward Bound.
Sure, yeah. No worries. Jonathan, what do you say here?
Well, I didn't take off my nostalgia glasses, but I had to take off my glasses because my eyes are straining a little bit. But Homeward Bound, I did catch late, but I liked it. I liked the movie. It was a fun journey and kind of preposterous at times in a couple of scenes. But I'll admit I was charmed by the voice acting by Amici, Sally Field, and Michael J. Fox. I think Amici delivers it really well. I think this is his final performance of his career, I think. But yeah, it's a nice movie. And, we know what happens based on that TV spot that you showed earlier. But I think Catch Me If You Can is an underrated Spielberg movie that I think it's great. And it just flows by really well. And with it's breezy. It's breezy like it's jazz score from John Williams. And I think it's one of DiCaprio's best performances, one of Hanks's fun performances. Christopher Walken, he's actually great in the movie, and as well as Amy Adams. So Homeward Bound is a good movie, but I gotta go with Catch Me If You Can, the juggernaut there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and JPO, what do you say?
Don Amici would appear in the classic Corinna 1 year later with Whoopi and Ray Liotta. So let's not forget about Corinna.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah, listen. Now this is a matter of old me versus recent me. Because I am a '90s kid. I grew up on Homeward Bound, and definitely one that was watched several times. But I've grown to absolutely love Catch Me If You Can. I think it's just such a smart, breezy, fun watch here. It was the first time because I didn't like Titanic or Romeo and Juliet at all, so I didn't like Leonardo DiCaprio. It was the first time I went, holy shit, this guy's got something going on. You mentioned Amy Adams' breakout role. And also, too, when the great, we all say fuck too much, but this uses the word fuck just right with the one use and the joke. So let's go Catch Me If You Can.
All right.
Man.
I will say, though, I wish Leo had gotten nominated for this movie. And I think Christopher Walken was the only one that got nominated.
That was a tough year for
Okay.
this actor.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he didn't get love later. So
I see Spielberg. Oh, come on.
Zach, you could have
I mean,
kept the streak going of having all ties tonight, but you didn't vote for Homeward Bound.
Yeah, you could have had another tie.
Yeah. But anyways.
Jurassic Park and Behind Enemy Lines. Not the sequels, JPO, with the wrestlers. I forget who stars in all the sequels.
Then I might have voted for it. Mr. Kennedy is in the second one.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. That was one of those franchises where the wrestlers took over like the Marine. So, all right. I've seen Behind Enemy Lines once. Never gone back to it. It's fine. Jurassic Park. It's fine. I do appreciate it was one of Gene Hackman's last dramatic role. It's not Welcome to Boosport, so it's fine.
Yeah. Well, I really like Behind Enemy Lines actually quite a bit. I saw it in theaters. I like when people who do mostly comedic stuff like Owen Wilson and they take a dramatic turn and I was surprised. I thought when I went to go see it, my expectations were low. That I was thinking, what kind of throwaway movie is this going to be? And it was actually pretty fun and a good time, but certainly no Jurassic Park, though. Jurassic Park is a juggernaut. My number 4 favorite movie of all time on my list, and for good reason. I mean, I think if you watch the TED series on Peacock, Jurassic Park proves that dinosaurs are in fact real. They are, so because Steven Spielberg created them. So we'll go with Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Dan, what do you say?
I'm kind of on board with a lot of what you guys have said. Behind Enemy Lines is a decent movie. It's not a great movie, but it's not by any means a bad movie. But Jurassic Park is an absolute juggernaut, one of the great films of all time. The fact that Spielberg came out with Jurassic Park and Schindler's List in the same year is one of the greatest movie feats of all time. And I got to go with Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Jonathan, what do you say?
Yeah, I rewatched Behind Enemy Lines today. Hackman aside, this is a bad movie. I think. I think. Well, look, I do appreciate comedians going for dramatic performances, but he's wildly miscast in this. I don't think he works at all. I was waiting for this movie to turn into a Hot Shots parody, to be honest. And also, it has one of the worst edited action scenes. Well, some of the worst action. You see, it's terrible. The action scenes are edited terribly. I was more confused than I was absorbed by those scenes, and I just didn't care if he made it or not. I mean, if y'all want to check out a better movie about this sort of story, Land of Bad is a better movie than this. Land of Bad is a good movie. I think Liam Hemsworth and Russell Crowe. So that's an interesting movie. Jurassic Park. Y'all said it. Let's move on. Jurassic Park.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead.
It's funny you kind of joke, Pez, but I don't know if I've even seen the one without the wrestlers. If I did,
he's in the third one, Behind Enemy Lines Columbia. Is Mr. Kennedy?
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's right.
And there's even a fourth one called SEAL Team Enemy Lines or something. That's Tom Sizemore.
Yeah. Like this movie and Jarhead had 9 sequels. Yeah. Yeah, if I saw this, it was just back in the day, so I just don't remember much about it. Yeah, Jurassic Park, I think truly is an all-time. That I think also holds up like in pretty much every level to a large degree. So, Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Jonathan had a Porky Pig moment where he's like, and Pandemic Night had one of the words. The editing's really bad. Yeah.
I guess that's my point right there.
Yeah, that's what it does to you, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
But Zach, what do you say?
Well, I mean, I don't really have to say anything about Jurassic Park because it has been talked about a lot, and that's why I love it. When I saw Behind Enemy Lines, I actually thought that it was a really good Owen Wilson performance and Gene Hackman, and I was just along for the ride, and I enjoyed it, and I was intrigued. So I really like it, but again, it's going up against Jurassic Park, and it kind of has no chance. So Jurassic Park.
Well, it is what it is.
You really like Behind Enemy Lines, but you hated No Escape, Zach. Like that's the Owen Wilson movie I really like.
Yeah, no Escape is I wanted to escape after like 10 minutes. So
yeah.
Let's go. We have Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, which JPO, that has to be like one of your subtitle questions on ASAT, right? Like, what's the subtitle of Scooby-Doo 2? Yeah,
I'm
Monsters
sure it's been
Unleashed.
for the 400 episodes.
Yeah, I'm sure. Versus Titanic. All right, so is anybody voting for Scooby-Doo 2 over Titanic besides Jordan Anderson?
I mean,
I hate Titanic.
Oh, come on, Jordan.
The technology. Titanic, you can go sink to the bottom of the ocean and take the whole movie with them.
I will say, yes, I know. I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen with this movie. I will say that Scooby-Doo 2 is actually my biggest guilty pleasure movie. And because I just feel like it actually feels like a Scooby-Doo episode with more monsters, and you actually get some side stories with like Shaggy and Scooby and with Velma, and you give them some more character development. So that's kind of why I like it. But again, is it going to beat Titanic? No.
Is it 5-1 then?
Titanic does nice.
Yeah.
Pause real quick.
Matthew,
Zach, what are you voting for? Zach, what are you voting for?
I was voting for Scooby-Doo 2, but I saw it was just
hold on. I'm also voting for Scooby-Doo 2.
Are you fucking
So
serious?
it's a tie, baby.
Tie.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Hold on.
I've never seen Titanic. I have no interest.
You never saw Titanic, Jordan.
Nope. It's a thing now. It's become a thing now. I just
All right. Well, JPO, there you go. All right, there you go. It's done. Because you got the tiebreaker. So let's keep it.
Oh no!
Let's go.
I think we lost Jonathan.
Are you kidding me?
Just give Matthew Lillard at least like a Golden Globe or something. Come on. No Oscar.
It's a shtick of mine. I'm never gonna watch it for no reason.
Okay.
Jurassic Park got another bye. All right.
All right. Well, yeah, Jurassic Park gets a bye on the next round. Sounds good. All right.
That I can get on board with.
Grease 2 and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I mean, we know what is moving forward, so it's like.
Well, yeah, I mean, probably.
I do prefer Grease 2 over the original Grease.
That was what I was also going to say.
I have never understood that fucking take, like ever.
It's edgier.
Yeah,
Grease 2 is boring.
I like the songs a lot better.
Michelle Pfeiffer is good,
and you get Michelle Pfeiffer. So, but
it's my turn, right? Is it my turn? I didn't say
it's Jordan's turn, technically, because we.
I didn't know if we were actually voting for it because I
don't know who's voting for Grease.
Well, I mean, if you want to move it through, I mean, I'm still voting for Excellent Adventure. I mean, I'm a Bill and Ted.
I will say, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is in my top 5.
I was tempted to play the awful, horrible scene where they're like confronting the bad guy from the first Grease, and he's just like, and Christopher Nolan's like, "Come on, bro, yeah, we're gonna bowl tonight." Yeah, like we're gonna have a climactic bowling showdown. Like, what the fuck is going on in that movie?
Who doesn't bowl up? Unless you're in Kingpin or something like that, or like Big Lebowski.
Weirdly interesting. they go through like sex education in like musical form. It's kind of weird,
Yeah.
but kind of interesting.
Got tournament fights. Favorite Poseidon versus the animated Flashpoint paradox from the Justice League. So yeah, here's where it gets.
Now is it my turn?
No, it's
still Jordan's turn. We still didn't officially agree yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Well, this might be the only movie unless I haven't seen any of the correction. I've seen 2 DC movies. I have seen Mask of the Phantasm, and then I've seen The Killing Joke. I've seen those 2, but no, it's fine. They'll get over it. But so I haven't seen this one. I've heard it's good, but because I do love like some of the Marvel stuff, like I am loving X-Men 97. That show is incredible, man. But Poseidon, it's all right. I mean, I don't hate it. I think it's a serviceable disaster movie, you know. So just because I haven't seen the Flashpoint paradox or whatever, I'll vote Poseidon. Yeah.
All right, Zach.
Dan.
Zach, this is going to change your mind, okay? You need to see the original Poseidon Adventure. And when you see that, you'll realize how much better the original Poseidon Adventure is than this Poseidon. And I'm actually going to say, I watch all the DC animated movies, and Flashpoint is one of the better ones they've ever done. It is a really good. Yeah, they have some low points in some of the DC animated movies. You know, some of the Batman ones aren't that great, but Flashpoint is really good. And I'm not like totally crapping on Flash, but if they would have done Flashpoint more this way in the Flash movie, I'll tell you what, a lot more people would have liked Flash than they did. I didn't hate Flash because I actually liked Flash for what it was and CGI problems and stuff like that. But I'm going with Flashpoint here.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jonathan, what do you say?
So I'm going to paraphrase a quote from Brad Wesley from Roadhouse. I can't watch that crap. It has no heart. And I'm alluding to Poseidon. I think the Poseidon Adventure has heart in that movie. You sympathize with the characters. There's depth in those characters, especially Hackman's and Shelley Winters.
Yeah.
Winters? Yeah. You understand them and what they have to go through. It is a little long, but it's a good disaster movie. Poseidon, though, I just couldn't connect with the characters. I thought they were just stock characters all the way through. And this the Flashpoint movie I've never seen. Now, this is the only one I have not seen. And I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to vote for Flashpoint because Poseidon. Because seriously, I have to agree with Dan. You got to see the Poseidon Adventure. I think it's a much better movie. Yes, Wolfgang Peterson directed Poseidon is great, but yeah, I'll vote for the straight to DVD movie.
Irwin Allen, was it Jonathan? Irwin Allen did the Poseidon Adventure and the Towering Inferno of both of those?
Yes.
Oh, guys, what a double feature. The Poseidon Adventure and the Towering Inferno. Watch them. Oh, great double feature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. JPO, what do you say?
No, I'll be happy to third everybody here. I mean, yeah, I don't mind this Poseidon Adventure. It kind of, like you said, it is more stock character, just kind of fun, you know, a disaster shit happening. And I'm very much happy to support a good DC animated movie here. There's several good ones. Red Hood is definitely worth checking out. There's a couple of good ones here, and this is another good one. So, not talked about enough because I know people usually go Marvel over DC now, but as far as animated movies, DC's kind of quartered that market, where Marvel's kind of ignored it. So DC and done really good. So DC, this one, Flashpoint.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So Dan and Jonathan, I own and I have seen the Poseidon Adventure. So I just, to me, I love Poseidon Adventure. To me, I just more connected with the remake, especially. I was more along for the adventure, but that's also I need to revisit the Poseidon Adventure and because I really like it, I just was more invested in the remake. But I'm voting for Flashpoint Paradox because it's actually my favorite DC animated movie, and I just think it has a great story. I think there are big stakes in there, and it's something that just grabs you and you just are invested the entire time. So I'm going with Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah, that's fair. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah. Poseidon was okay, but yeah, I love 70s disaster movies. I love those Tower Inferno and Poseidon Adventure. Even the lesser ones, Earthquake and Swarm, and some of those are they're silly. They're silly, but they have like 85 people in there from that time, so it's still fun to see everybody who pops up because they just have these wacky ensembles of people. Everybody was somebody even for like a scene or two. But yeah, that Flashpoint Paradox is really good. I rewatched it before the actual Flash came out on a plane, it was really entertaining. And come on, it's still got our boy Kevin Conroy playing Batman, so can't be anything wrong with that. So I'll go Flashpoint.
Yeah, is that a sweep?
No.
Oh, Jordan. Oh.
Jordan.
I voted for Poseidon just because I haven't seen the other one. That's
Schindler's List and Warhorse. We got a Spielberg match. Yeah. That's how it came up in the wheel. I kind of feel like Schindler's going to have the advantage here, but we can. Say their piece about Warhorse, Dan.
Yeah. It's my turn. Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you right now. I will tell you the cast in Warhorse, especially Tom Hiddleston. I believe Benedict Cumberbatch is in here. You're watching this movie and you're like, oh wait, that's such and such. Oh wait, 10 minutes later, that's such and such. You're like, wow, I can't believe this cast that's in this movie. Before they were like, this technically, I guess maybe it was close for Tom Hiddleston, whether he was in Warhorse or Thor first. I can't remember which came first.
Same year.
Okay.
But, I don't know. I don't know what came first though.
But he has different hair and he looks different in War. So you're like, oh, he don't look like Loki. You know what I mean? So you're like, but this is actually what he looks like in real life. He doesn't look like Loki. But people come to know him as Loki, so they think he looks like that, but he doesn't. He looks more like his character in Warhorse. But Benedict Cumberbatch is in there. A lot of great cameos and stuff. Inspirational movie, but from what I have gathered, the play about this is much better than the movie. And Schindler's List, I don't even have to say anything. It's one of the greatest films of all time. It was on my 64 when I did my list. It's one of my all-time favorites. Schindler's List all day, every day of the week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good. Jonathan, what do you say?
Warhorse is okay. I think it has one great scene where two soldiers from opposing sides helps the horse. I think that's the only great scene in the movie. Whereas the horse was caught in barbed wire. Schindler's List has a multitude of great scenes, and it's a masterpiece. So it's his magnum opus. So Schindler's List.
Yeah. JPO, what are you going for?
And I'll help that horse out of the mud here. Yeah, I think we all know kind of where it's going to go. So I'll show a little bit of love to Warhorse. I think it's kind of underrated.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
This is actually a tough matchup. In my opinion, I think Warhorse is actually probably his most underrated. And when I watched it, I was just enthralled the entire time because I was interested in seeing where the story went throughout and what different situations the horse would go in. With Schindler's List, it's amazing, but it's so hard to watch that I've only ever seen it once, and I don't know if I can see it again just because of how intense it is. But because it's just so amazing, I'm also going to go with Schindler's List.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, chalk another one up to a movie like Warhorse, which I saw in theaters, but have not seen since then. I've been meaning to revisit it because I want to see, if anything still really works about it. But it's easily going to be Schindler here. So yeah, I got to go with that.
Yeah. So I had a chance to see Warhorse in theaters, and I passed on it because I'm not a big like movies about horses kind of guy, and like I knew it was Spielberg, but I remember my whole family went to go see War Horse. I'm like, I'll go see The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That's what I went to go see instead, because I think they came out close to each other. And that movie was good, but who knows? Like I haven't really decided which one I like better, because I have seen War Horse now, and just not in theaters, and it is good, but I like them both. I don't know, but compared to Schindler's List, though, Schindler's List is like an all-time, like, it's Spielberg's masterpiece. Like, it's so good, and like, yeah, like it's like the best way that I've ever seen the Holocaust depicted on screen. I mean, the best like telling of like some of the crazy and the horrible events, you know. So yeah, I'll go with Schindler's List.
It won't be the only horse-centric movie on this list. Just
yeah, right. That is true.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Spirit, isn't it Spirit?
Ooh.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we get there. Yeah, Real Steel and Dodgeball. So Jonathan is up first.
Man, this breaks me, because I think when I saw the list, I think Real Steel is one of the few underrated movies on the list, because Real Steel it's so good. I mean, it's an inspirational film, but from an unconventional perspective, where Hugh Jackman helps his estranged son with I believe the robot's name is Adam. I think that's the name. Adam is the underdog. It's basically the robotic Rocky story. So yeah, Real Steel is good. I mean, it sheds a tear a little bit in the climax of the film. But
you mean the Oscar-nominated Real Steel?
Yeah, it got nominated for special effects.
It's nominated for special effects. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, the
nice.
Oscar-nominated Real Steel, which I would have never completely forgot about.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good. But Dodgeball, I love Dodgeball, and I think it's a great comedy. And we quote most of those lines from Stiller, Vaughn, and
that tells you
others.
It's a running gag on this show for anybody.
I've actually never seen The Horse Whisperer.
The Horse Whisperer, that's like 2 hours and 47 minutes, and I'm just like, how does that movie justify being 2 hours and 47 minutes? War Horse covers a war through World War One. This horse through World War One, and it's shorter than The Horse Whisperer.
But yeah, I'm sorry to Real Steel. I like Real Steel a lot, but I gotta go Dodgeball. I think it's a funny comedy. I won't be upset, actually. This is the first time I think of these matches. Like, I will not be upset if Real Steel advances. But let's go Dodgeball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. JPO, what do you say?
Kind of like before. Yeah, I'm a little split on this one. I think Real Steel, kind of it was a pleasant surprise, because on paper, kind of like, okay, it's just going to be kind of like a whatever robot fight movie here, but there's actually a story beneath it. And Dodgeball is really funny, but maybe the underrated versus the overrated here. I'm going to go Real Steel.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
See, it's kind of funny, because this is the second Hugh Jackman underrated sports movie that I have on my list. Because Eagle as well. So, I actually like the comparison of the robot Rocky. I think I never thought of it like that, but that is great comparison. And there's so much great about Dodgeball, from the characters to the quotable lines to just the ridiculousness. But I'm slightly going to go Real Steel. I feel like partly because it's not brought up a lot, but it also has, I think, a great story as well.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
Take another shot for a movie that I saw in 2011, had not seen since then, with Real Steel. I saw it once. I've been meaning to revisit that one as well, but Dodgeball's great, and yes, it's a sequel to Heavyweights. So, and I stick by that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a spiritual sequel. Yeah,
but
a much better sequel in my opinion. But
Heavyweights is awesome. No, fuck that. I will not take blasphemy against Heavyweights.
Yeah, same here. But Yeah. So Real Steel, I wasn't sure about, but I remember I went to go see some movie and I was early, so I went in and watched like 10 minutes of Real Steel, and I was like, and at the time I didn't even know this movie was even out. I wasn't paying attention to it, so I was just like, what is this movie? This movie's good. I gotta come back and see this movie. And so, yeah. So I really like Real Steel. I think it's good, but I mean, Dodgeball is a classic. There's like so many things. Like when I go back and I watch just one of those comedies, like they don't make like just really cleverly written like great comedies as much. I'm not gonna say they don't make them, but it's just not like they used to, you know. But and yeah, I always think back of like they get like Girl Scouts that are like on like some kind of steroids. Like, God damn it, Bernice, because she like throws the ball too hard and she's got like hair coming out of her armpits and stuff. There's just like so many little subtle things that you'll see, like Steve the pirate, and he goes missing and no one realizes he's on his team. It's like the guy that literally dresses like a pirate like all the time, you know. So yeah, there's some good stuff in it, and there have been talks about a sequel to Dodgeball, so I hope they do it. So we'll see. So they had like an Omaze thing where they like reunited for Omaze on, if you go to that YouTube channel. But yeah, so I'll go with Dodgeball.
I don't think we want a situation where it's Zoolander 2 though.
True. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But Dan,
yeah,
what do you say?
I'm a massive Rocky fan, and I'm a massive fan of sports movies. But there was this trend of these like goofy comedy movies that they were trying to force feed people, bench warmers, basketball, dodgeball, that were just absolute trash, garbage. I don't give a crap if you can dodge a ball or wrench. What the hell? It's garbage. It's terrible. Real Steel, every day of the week, all day, 365 days a year.
I did not expect that from Dan.
That is an inspirational sports movie that really grabs you. And you want to talk about a sequel? Guess what's in the works? A sequel to Real Steel. And that I will definitely see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good. Okay. All right. Well, we got a tie, and we go to Zach.
This might be an upset, but I'm going Real Steel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Like I said, I'm not upset about it.
Real
Real Steel's a good movie.
Okay.
I just said, wait for a second. What did Dan say about Dodgeball? I'm just joking.
Yeah, right. You don't want to know.
Yeah.
We got National Treasure and Rocket Man. Although I was secretly hoping, Zach, when you sent the list, that it was the Harlan Williams Rocket Man, but it was not.
Yeah.
Because
that movie's fun. Yeah.
But JPO.
To thank her here because they're both fun in their different ways. National Treasure, fun one. That's one I wouldn't mind doing a sequel to. Someday with Nicolas Cage. Looking for the treasure again. I dug Rocket Man as well here. My kind of musical to a degree. I think Edgerton. We said Danny the Eagle. I love him a lot. I go either way. This is the first one, right? I'll say Rocket Man. I think that one's probably going to go back to a little bit more.
Yeah, sounds good. Zach.
So National Treasure is my favorite Nicolas Cage performance and movie. I like
performance.
Yeah. Yes, I like the adventure. I like all the different clues and just the different situations. And as far as Rocket Man, I think this is an amazing Taron Egerton performance, and I think it's actually one of the great biopics that we've had recently. I still am shocked that it only had one nomination and not for Best Actor, which I think Taron Egerton should have gotten. But it's close, but I'm going to go with Rocket Man.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, no, I had fun with both these. I like Rocket Man's style of making a lot of the sequences kind of like music videos. At least made it stand out. Yeah, I like National Treasure as well. It's a good time. I like both those movies. I'll give it a National Treasure. I've seen it more times.
Yeah. I like both these movies. I think National Treasure is a lot of fun. I hope they someday do a third one, because they tried to do a TV show and they didn't have anyone. They had like one person, I guess, or two from the movie, but none of the main like players or whatever. But
Hey, it's just an Arthur counts. He was affordable.
True. Yeah, but Rocket Man, like I was pleasantly surprised for someone who doesn't really like musicals. Like I had a lot of fun with it. I went into it not really knowing what I was gonna get. Like I knew it was gonna be like a music biopic of sorts, but the way that they did it was really cool, and it wasn't really cookie cutter like a lot of other biopics. It's the same tropes and the same things over and over again. They're like doing it like this, just like the very similar things if you look at a lot of them. But this one is really different. And I already knew that Taron Egerton could sing because he did that whatever that like animated movie with the animals. But yeah, sing. Yeah, he could sing in that movie. Sing, and he sang "I'm Still Standing" in that too, and it was awesome. So, yeah, so I'll go with Rocket Man. Yeah. Dan, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that Taron Egerton can sing. So Dexter Fletcher cast him as Elton John in Rocket Man. Now, this is one of the great tragedies of the Oscars and movie awards in history, because the year before we get Bohemian Rhapsody, which was garbage with Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury, which the PG-13 of Freddie Mercury and Queen, which we should have had the R version of Queen and Freddie Mercury, but Queen didn't want to tell that version. So then Sacha Baron Cohen jumped off the ship and said, "Hey, you guys could go float down the river on your own. I'm out of here." And Rami Malek jumped in. But because that came out a year before this, and it won awards in this, awards like editing, which it should have never won, Rocket Man didn't even have a chance. And it's a superior biopic about somebody. And with Elton John involved, he made sure that you saw the downtimes and the mistakes, and the things he did wrong, even though there was a lot of musical numbers. This is a unbelievable musical biopic. Taron Egerton's incredible. I love the history in National Treasure. I love movies that really appreciate history and our country's history and the world's history as a whole. But for me, and I didn't grow up in that National Treasure area, but I do appreciate that movie and that franchise. But I have to go with Rocket Man. Sorry for the long-winded.
That's all right. Jonathan, what do you say?
Well, that was interesting because I was going to throw a bone to Rocket Man, but because we eliminated the other Dexter Fletcher, Taron Egerton film. The National Treasure is fun. It's a fun movie. I go to it actually more times than Rocket Man, but I was going to throw it a bone to Rocket Man because of what you said, Jordan, because this is the unconventional biopic here, and they told it from a musical style. Some work, some do not. I don't love this movie, but I do like this movie. I love his performance, though. He's great as Elton John. So yeah, I'll throw my bone to Rocket Man.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, Rocket Man.
Big Trouble in Little China and Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. So yeah, Zach.
And of course, I had to go first, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I already know which one I'm going with. I will say with Big Trouble in Little China, this is one of the movies that I just think is fun in one word. It just, you're along for the ride, but it's ridiculous. But that's kind of the joy of it, is wacky situations, over the top characters. But it's just fun. But this is a spoiler. Curse of the Black Pearl is my favorite movie of all time. So I'm going with that because, again, you get the fun adventure, you get the great characters, you get the cool action, but it all works. And it just, you get great chemistry as well. So I'm going with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, both kind of fun adventure movies with some wacky characters. But I mean, I'm a massive Kurt Russell guy, so I'm kind of surprised we never got Kurt Russell in any of the Pirates movies. He seems like he would kind of fit in somewhere.
Yeah,
in there. I don't know, just as some character somewhere. But I'll go Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, so I mean, Yeah, like I do like kind of understand how you can say Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, The Curse of the Black Pearl, could be your favorite movie of all time. Because like there's so many things that I love about this movie. And every time I watch it, it like gets better for me. And the Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride at Disney is my favorite ride. I look forward to that ride. I like make sure I go on it at least like twice if I can. Because nowadays it's hard to get on rides more than once at Disney. It's so crowded. But and Big Trouble in Little China, I've heard the argument that for it being a B movie possibly, and I can be on board with that, but it's still good. It's not really a knock on it by any means to me. I think Big Trouble in Little China rules. I think that it's fun, it's funny. They got some mystical stuff. Got the Pork Chop Express in there, Jack Burton. Just great all around. But yeah, like The Curse of the Black Pearl is in my top 128, so I got to give it to Pirates. So. Yeah, and the score is like incredible. One of the most recognizable scores out there by like Klaus Badell, I think.
Klaus Van Bulow? No, it's not Klaus Van Bulow.
Klaus Badell.
No, yeah, because like Hans Zimmer eventually came on later, but I think he did the first one. Yeah, but yeah, Dan, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Big Trouble in Little China. But I like James Hong in it, Kurt Russell. But you can't go wrong with the first Pirates of the Caribbean. What a fun, fantastic movie. Johnny Depp just blows it out of the park, and everybody in it is fantastic. So I got to go with Pirates.
Yeah, sounds good.
Actually, Oscar-nominated Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
he was nominated for Best Actor for this movie.
No, Best Supporting Actor, right?
No, actor.
Actor. Oh, okay.
Well, I totally forgot about that. Yeah,
see, that's the kind of thing you really appreciate with the Oscars is characters like that get nominated. You know, we need more of that type of thing that get, not the cookie cutter type of characters get nominated all the time.
Yeah, right. But Jonathan, what do you say?
I mean, yeah, we got that with Ryan Gosling last year with Barbie.
Exactly.
Anyway, I want to confess this. I saw Big Trouble in Little China recently for the first time. And it's fun. I think the story is not very good. I think it's mixed fantastical hullabaloo. And the special effects are basically the standout, in front of this narrative that is kind of thin. However, I think the adventure is so fun that I kind of, abandoned that thought there. And I do like that Kurt Russell kind of plays the sidekick in a way in Big Trouble in Little China, because yes, he is the star, he has billing, but if you think about it, he is the sidekick.
Well, that's the point of the movie.
Yeah, I know. That's what I like.
He thinks he's the hero, but he's the bumbling sidekick.
That's what I like about it, and it's fun. Hong is my favorite performance of the movie. I think he's the villain, and and I do love the ending. Like, it's not resolved like a formulaic way, so I like that about it. But yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, it's terrific. The more times I watch it, the more I have a grand old time with it. Depp's performance is not as phoned in as his later performances as Jack Sparrow. It's pitch perfect. Fantastic movie. Pirates.
Well, hopefully he'll have a renewed sense of that if he comes back. I think he's coming back for another one. I think
they're recasting the whole thing.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I don't know, but JPO, what do you say?
No, I remember when hearing about Pirates coming out in the first place, going, really, the theme ride? All right, I guess they can stretch that into a film. But every once in a while, we're proven wrong with things like this, Lego Movie, even Barbie, where it's like, hey, you get a good script, a good director, and it's a super fun movie here, man. This is one of those just word of mouth. Also, credit to Johnny Depp getting nominated in a role that doesn't normally get nominated for. It's a fantastic movie. It's one of my favorites as well. So I'm going to give it up for Pirates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good. Pirates.
So we got Raiders and MI3. Third Mission Possible. Yeah. So, all right, I'm up first. Yeah, no, I mean, what's to say about Raiders that hasn't been said 97,000 times on every podcast? It's a masterpiece of adventure, and I'm gonna vote for MI3 because it's super underrated, and I think it deserves more love. So MI3.
Yeah. For me, like Mission Impossible 3 is like it's great, but I have like 3 or even 4 that I like even more than that one. And that's not saying like anything bad about it because like I love every single Mission Impossible movie, even MI2. I think Mission Impossible 2 is more of just a great action movie than a real Mission Impossible movie. But I have fun with it. But yeah, and I like Philip Seymour Hoffman. Like in my book, he can do no wrong. I think he's a great villain. And rest in peace. But yeah, Raiders though, that's in my 128. And it's my favorite Indiana Jones movie, and I just love like the characters, like the journey that he goes on, the stuff with Marion. You get a really good love interest. You get just like some classic Indiana Jones moments where I feel like the other movies just have a little like something annoying here and there, but it's very small. It's not like I love the other 2 in the first trilogy, and I won't talk about the other movies that came after that. I only talk about the first 3, so we'll go with Raiders. But Dan, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Raiders is one of my I think it was on my 64, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly what I had on my 64, but it'll definitely be in my 128 when it's my turn to come up for my 128. But I'll tell you what, I'm picking Raiders, but I just want to say I think this is the turning point for the Mission Impossible franchise. J.J. Abrams got what this franchise is all about, and as one of the best villains, Philip Seymour Hoffman is nasty as hell. He is awesome and so evil in this. I love him in this, but I gotta go with Raiders here.
Yeah, Jonathan, what do you say?
MI3. Philip Seymour Hoffman still delivered the best villainous performance of the franchise. He's great. In an otherwise sort of convoluted storyline, I think that doesn't really coalesce all that well. The action sequences are great. Hoffman's great. Actually, it has one of Cruise's best performance in the franchise as he confronts his path in life regarding his IMF life and also his soon to be married life, and he's done really well. But I mean, Raiders is Raiders. I mean, it's great. So Raiders.
Yeah, sounds good. GPO, what do you say?
Sorry. Yeah, I like MI3. Maybe I need to give it a rewatch. I don't love it. I think it starts to kind of pick up a little bit more in the next one here. We're like, this one's pretty good. It starts to get great in a second. I was actually late to the Raiders party. I'm there now, so I'm going to go Raiders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good. Zach, what do you say?
So MI3 is actually even though I love every movie in the Mission Impossible franchise, this is actually my favorite one because it's more, I feel like, grounded, and it seems more methodical, especially with Philip Seymour Hoffman. I think he is the best villain in the franchise because of that. But also, I feel like it's because of that groundedness, that's why I love it. And with Raiders, it's a great action movie with another really good villain and just great characters all around. This is tough, but I'm going to go with Raiders by a very slim margin.
All right. Yeah, and those are good points because I kind of like the first Mission Impossible because of that it's grounded. It just doesn't have a great villain, but it's grounded.
I pulled the wrong poster for Raiders. I got to pull the correct title. Sorry about that.
Indiana Jones. No, get that out of there.
and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I hate that shit. There's our other horse movie. There's Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron.
A weird match.
And 42, yeah, the Jackie Robinson movie. Jordan.
So yeah, I said before, I don't love horse movies, but Spirit does have a banger of a soundtrack though, because just when I was a missionary for my church, it depends where you're a missionary and what the rules are. They make different rules for you. Some, like my brother, when he went, he could only listen to like church inspired like music and stuff. We could listen to like movie soundtracks and like instrumental stuff. And so we had Spirit on. Like one of my companions just had like an MP3 player back in the day, because I went in 2005, so back when those were a thing, and loaded with all these movie soundtracks. And they had Spirit, and we listened to that a lot. You can just see two like Mormon missionaries just like jamming out to some Hans Zimmer in like in their apartment or something. It's kind of a weird sight, but and then yeah, so that's good. But I don't care for a lot of the rest of the movie. So 42, I think, is a really cool biopic with Chadwick Boseman is great in it. And just plays a great Jackie Robinson, and you get to see all the things that like someone like that had to go through back in those days, and also Harrison Ford kind of being a little bit of a villain in it, and he's pretty good too. So I'll go 42. But Dan, what do you say?
I don't know what you're talking about. Harrison Ford's Branch Rickey. He gives Jackie Robinson the chance to come up.
He's his ally.
He's his buddy.
For some reason, I forget what he was really. There's someone who was a villain.
No, there is. I'm going to say who that is right now.
Yeah,
Alan Tudyk.
Only seen it once.
Alan Tudyk plays the coach of the Phillies, and he's a racist SOB. You want to talk about a perfect character? He plays the racist coach of a manager of another team as perfect as you possibly can get. You cannot think of Alan Tudyk in any other role when he's playing this racist, nasty ass coach from the Phillies back in the day. But I'll be honest, I don't think I ever saw Spirit, but I am a massive sports movie fan. I'm a massive Chadwick Boseman fan. I loved 42. I've actually done a retrospective of Jackie Robinson, of both Jackie Robinson's story and 42 on my own website or another website I wrote for. So I am, this is a movie that I really, really love a lot. So 42 all day. Alan Tudyk. Wow. One of the evilest characters you ever see in a movie.
Yeah, that's right. I remember it was Harrison Ford that like helped him out. And then, Alan Tudyk was the kind of evil guy. Yeah. But, Jonathan, what do you say?
It has been a while since I've seen both of these. From what I recall, Spirit is a beautiful music video. A beautiful music video compiled of Bryan Adams songs and a great Hans Zimmer soundtrack. But no, the story is really about, Spirit being taken away by his family and, trying to get back home, essentially. So it is in a way like a story that it's a horse that is pantomime, but it's really told through narrative by Matt Damon. So it's an interesting concept that works more or less. Shout out to James Cromwell as the villain, by the way. He's terrific. A terrific voice performance. 42, not perfect, but I liked it very much. I just don't love the glossy cinematography. It's just it doesn't really work. I think there are times that I was watching like a TV movie about Jackie Robinson, but I think it has a sublime Chadwick Boseman performance and an underrated performance from Harrison Ford. So I'll give it to 42.
Yeah, sounds good. GPO, you say?
I tried watching Spirit when it came out, but it definitely bored a young me, so I never finished it. 42 I really did like as well here, some really tale being told, and I already mentioned the Alan Tudyk thing, which breaks your heart, not only because of course he's a piece of shit, but also because you're like, Alan, no, I love you, please stop it.
Yeah, all right. He's great in real life. I've met him.
Tucker, whichever one he was, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Zach, what do you say?
So the Spirit was actually a big surprise for me because I was not sure if I would like it or not, but I think I really liked all different aspects of it. I liked the story you get. I liked the music. I thought it had interesting characters and the different chemistry between like the different horses and Spirit and his handlers. I just thought it all worked. And then 42, like Chadwick Boseman is in my top 10 favorite actors of all time, and I've loved everything that he's been in that I've seen. And it started with 42. I'm going to give it to 42.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin, what do you say?
42, because I haven't seen Spirit. Which one of these movies would you assume was Oscar nominated, by the way?
Spirit for animated feature,
Spirit.
right?
Yeah, Spirit was nominated
Spirit.
for an Oscar.
Really?
42, nothing.
Wow.
So just wanted to throw it.
I'm surprised Chadwick Boseman only got one nomination, and that was for his final performance.
Yeah,
I know.
He definitely should have been nominated for more things.
Such a sad story. He died way too young.
Oh, there's another horse on a cover of a thing.
Oh my
that's
God.
what I love. Yeah, talk about a matchup.
Mulan and Speed. Dan?
Yeah, I'm okay. Look, like I said, I didn't grow up in the 90s. I wasn't one of these 90s kids that had all these great treasures for growing up as a child. I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. But I do have a lot of respect for the 90s Disney animation. Their movie, they were just hitting home run after home run after home run. But for me, like, the 90s was about the action genre where you get the Speeds and the Mission Impossibles and the Rocks and the Con Airs and all that action, the Lethal Weapon 4s and the Die Hard whatevers 3s and that decade to me was more about the action genre, and one of the best action genres or films is Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves, and come on,
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper are all amazing in Speed. I have to go for Speed.
Yeah. Jonathan, what do you say?
This is a killer matchup. Yeah, I'm going to be sad that one of them has to go. Speed's great. Speed is a great action movie. I think it's there's not one wrong scene in that movie, in my opinion. I think that Keanu Reeves is fantastic as his first kind of starring heroic performances in his career. Dennis Hopper's a great villain. I mean, duh. And Sandra Bullock, she's charming as well. I mean, as the passenger turned bus driver after the driver gets shot accidentally. And you didn't mention Jeff Bridges. Not Jeff Bridges. Jeff Daniels. Jeff Daniels. Right. He's terrific as the partner. It's a smart partner. So it is a great movie. Mulan is a fantastic Disney Renaissance film. I think you champion this character, who has to fight in defense of his of her father, but then she has to pretend to be a man to fight alongside the soldiers. But it's really good. Mulan is one of my favorite Disney movies. Unfortunately, the live action movie did not work for me. But it's a tough call. I'm coming for you, Jack. Speed.
Yeah. Sounds good. JPO, what do you got here?
Yeah, I mean, respecting Mulan, some good stuff there, but but just in its own genre, and the one I'm going back to and I'm liking kind of a little bit more is Speed. Let's go for Speed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good. Zach.
So I love the story of Mulan, and I think the songs are really good. You get some good characters in there, especially some good supporting characters. But I mean, Speed is I'm an action guy, and Speed just gives me all of that action and intensity, and you're just along for the ride the entire time. So I'm going with Speed.
Yeah. Austin.
I'm going with Speed, one of my favorite movies of all time. Mulan's kind of mid. Jordan?
Mid? Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Mulan is my favorite animated movie of all time, period. I freaking love Mulan.
Wow.
Just because a lot of the themes that they have of like honoring your family, and she literally goes under a cover in disguise, breaking the law of her that land or time or that place she's in, and she does it so her dad doesn't have to. Her dad's getting old, and she's willing to sacrifice herself. There's a scene in it that's like a real subtle thing, but it's a scene where she cuts her hair, and like the music. You listen to the music; it's like the best part of the score, in my opinion, of the whole entire movie, because it's like a turning point for her, which where she really like goes from like really undercover and like becomes more of like a man and all that to go fight, and it's just really like emotional and powerful. And then of course like the music, "I'll Make a Man Out of You," I think is like one of the like best Disney songs out there. Shout out to Donny Osmond, and yeah. And then at the end, like, because they're upset with her, but then at the end, it's like the greatest gift is having you as a daughter. He just forgives it all, and it's like really emotional the way they do it. Like, and I like having Eddie Murphy in there. Like, I think there was they should have had something like that in the live action one. I don't know if it could have necessarily been a dragon or whatever, but something like that. But I think Speed's great. It's just tough because Speed's a movie that, like, it's not my favorite action movie, but I literally have no cons. Like, trying to think of the pros and cons, is zero cons literally for this movie. It's hard to think of anything I don't like about it, but I'll vote for Mulan, sure. Yeah.
Forrest Gump and
Oh,
Miracle. Quite a few Kurt Russell movies on the list, actually.
Yeah.
So far. Yeah. Jonathan.
Crap. All right.
And quite a few Robert Zemeckis movies on the list.
Mm-hmm. Tom Hanks.
This is a tough matchup for me again. Boy, this is the second time I've had to face against Miracle, and Miracle always gets the underdog slot. I love Miracle. It's one of my favorite Disney movies and sports movies. You just root for the USA hockey team to go all the way, even though you know the outcome. Forrest Gump, I love Forrest Gump. I do. Did he deserve to win Best Picture? No, but I think it was definitely one of the three running that year. Definitely for sure a contender. Damn it. You know what? Usually I would vote for Forrest Gump. First time I'm going to go for the underdog. So I'm going to see what happens here. Miracle.
Yeah. I mean, they're underdog in the Olympics. So, yeah, an underdog here. So, there you go. But JPO.
The real underdog is Forrest Gump. I mean, come on, y'all. So, I'm going to go Forrest Gump here. It's someone I'm more attached to in most levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So I recently revisited Forrest Gump, I believe, last year, and it was even better than I remember. Definitely really good performances and a great adventure. But to me, Miracle just exceeds it because it's a great story, and you are rooting for the underdog team, and a lot of great performances, especially Kurt Russell in the movie. So I'm going to go with Miracle.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, Miracle's good, like a good hockey movie. But yeah, I've seen Forrest Gump about 80,000 times, so I'm gonna go Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
How have you had time to see other movies if you've seen that many times?
You know, I make my time.
80,000 times.
And the difference is I don't watch TV shows. That's why.
Yeah.
It's all movies all the time.
Yeah, like Austin's more of our movie guy. I'm kind of more the TV guy around here. But yeah, Forrest Gump I actually love. I think it's like so good, and I just like the journey of a guy who's like a little slow, but he does some like incredible things and throughout his life, and like inspires a lot of people, and goes to war and like all these different things, and also. I think that Forrest Gump has a great soundtrack. If you go back and you listen to like the like all the 60s and 70s songs, you got like Elvis on there. You got Simon and Garfunkel. You got Creedence Clearwater, the Beach Boys. You got Willie Nelson. You got all kinds of just like really cool stuff. Even some of the ones the artists, maybe if you look at the list and you're not as familiar, like you'll know the song like that. Land of a Thousand Dances, na 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 na, like it's like that, you know. So there's some good stuff in there, and Miracle's good, and I do really love it. It's just that like from the first time I saw it, I knew the outcome going in. So if I'm being nitpicky, that's just gonna be my nitpick. Is that there's really not a lot of cons to the movie either here, but I'll vote Forrest Gump. But Dan, what do you say?
Yeah, this is another one where I've done a retrospective about Miracle, and I was actually alive when this happened, and so I kind of remember it as a kid. And Al Michaels' call, "Do you believe in miracles?" Yes, is one of those indelible moments in my history because I'm a massive sports fan, and that is one of my moments that I will always remember. But that, once again, I was also like in my early 20s, 21, 22, when Forrest Gump was all over the place. It was part of the zeitgeist of America in 1994, 92, 93, 94. Everybody was talking about Forrest Gump. You know, we give it crap 25, 30 years later, whatever it is, 20, because we're fans of Pulp Fiction or Shawshank Redemption or this or that. But the country was all over Forrest Gump at that time. It caught the public by storm. And that book and that movie was just like the summer. Everybody loved it. So, I mean, but for me personally, because of what it reminded me of as a kid growing up, and I was about 6 years old when this happened, I'm going to go with Miracle. But people forget because they weren't alive. A lot of you guys are so young. Tom Hanks and Forrest Gump was like the biggest thing since sliced bread in 1993, 94. Mm-hmm. So you got to remember what the people that were alive at that time, how something affected them, and why Forrest Gump was such a beloved film back then.
Well, I'm pretty sure we were all alive for Forrest Gump, but maybe not when the original Miracle Call happened.
But you're all pretty young at Forrest Gump, though. You guys weren't 21, 22.
I saw it in theaters. I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I was like 9 or 10.
Let's just say that I started to walk.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was walking a little bit. Never mind. No, I was walking.
Yeah. But
Jonathan.
Jonathan went first.
Not to slow this down, but people just always want to crap on Forrest Gump, but they don't remember what the country was like and how this movie caught the country by storm at that time.
We're in the middle of a desert storm. I mean, come on.
Wait, what was the outcome? I missed.
So
Miracle.
It's a tie, and it's a tiebreaker to me. And I'll flip. I'll go with the underdog, Miracle. So there you go.
Right. Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so we're jumping to the other side. Running a little long because we started late as well. So on this other side, I'm going to stick to the 30-second wrap it up box. So I'm going to give you the wrap it up box if you have more than 30 seconds. So just FYI.
Scooby-Doo.
I got to be up early anyways. I got to keep it shorter.
Yeah, wrap it up too, Jordan.
Yeah, right.
Oh no,
Beverly Hills Cop and A Knight's Tale. JPO. You're muted, buddy.
Muted.
But yeah, sorry about that. I'm trying to save it from coughing. Thank you. Can a fourth person tell me now?
I'm just.
You're on mute, JPO. You were.
No.
Just kidding.
I hate you all. Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, sure. Zach.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I'm
In case you weren't
gonna
sure.
unmute the whole time. I'm gonna cough all over all your talk.
Yes.
This is an interesting matchup. I think A Knight's Tale has a really good performance from Heath Ledger and some good action scenes. But I mean, you can't go wrong with Axel Foley and just the fun that you get from watching Beverly Hills Cop. So Beverly Hills Cop.
We'll find out if we can go wrong when number 4 drops soon.
Yeah, right. I'm a little nervous about that. We'll see.
Yeah.
But Austin.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop movies don't do that much for me. I've tried to get into them. They don't do a lot. Knight's Tale doesn't do much for me either. So this whole match is kind of a pass for me. I'll give it to A Knight's Tale just by a little bit.
Yeah. So A Knight's Tale was like one of the most awkward dates I've ever had in my life. I went on a date there, but we did a weird thing where one of my best friends came as like a third wheel. I don't know why he was there, but he was there. And then me and my date weren't really vibing very well, so I got up and I left and didn't really want to come back in. And so they left together. So that's how that date went. And it was during A Knight's Tale, but. So, fuck that movie. I'm gonna go with Beverly Hills Cop. So, yeah, for that reason. But Dan, what do you say?
Yeah, I love that story. You know when Jordan's getting into his date life, you know it's gonna be a good story because he's got
right. That's a weird, awkward dates.
We should have like a podcast. Jordan's romantic lifestyle because it'd be very entertaining.
I got some stories to tell you. Let me tell you.
I know.
For another
time.
I
gotta go. I grew up with Axel Foley and Beverly Hills Cop. This is peak Eddie Murphy for me, and I loved it.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah, these are both evenly matched for me. I think they're both very fun movies. Different kind. I'm not a big medieval kind of person, but A Knight's Tale is definitely a very fun spin on that. I mean, the "We Will Rock You" thing in the beginning is what kicks off this tone, this fun tone throughout the film. Yeah, and Heath Ledger is fantastic, as well as Paul Bettany. Bettany delivers one of his most charming performances. And Beverly Hills Cop, yeah, of course, it's Eddie Murphy. I mean, Eddie Murphy, this is one of his signature roles. There are some funny scenes, a few scenes that do not hold up, but there's some funny scenes. There's a good plot. I'll give it to Beverly Hills Cop.
He puts a banana in a tailpipe, and it's
for
some reason like the line everyone loves. I don't know why, but
I didn't realize how many Alan Tudyk movies I had here.
Yeah, right.
If this is Avengers,
This is the 2012 Avengers. No, I was secretly hoping he was going to put the 1998 Avengers movie on here.
I've actually seen that movie. It's okay.
Avengers and Glory Road. So Zach likes his sports movies as well, inspirational sports movies. But Zach, you're up first.
This is tough because both of these are in my top 5 of all time. So,
Glory Road.
Yeah, I love the inspirational, the inspiration with Glory Road, and I think it's great characters and all that. And Avengers is my favorite MCU movie. I just think the action works and just the chemistry between them. Because it's higher on my list, I'm going with Glory Road.
All right. Austin.
Glory Road was at least good enough to where I was on a treadmill with a TV in it, and it was on TV, and I watched most of it. So it stayed on the treadmill longer than I thought I would. So that's the only time I've seen Glory Road was on a treadmill TV. It was decent. No, I saw it, but on the contrary, I saw Avengers 6 times in the theater. So I'm going Avengers.
Motivation, yeah. Yeah, like I'm a basketball guy. I like Glory Road with the Western Texas or whatever that became UTEP now. Is what they are. And it also has not Matthew McConaughey. That's what I call Josh Lucas. He seems like a Matthew McConaughey light to me. But But yeah, like it's Avengers. Avengers is awesome. I don't know if it holds up as much as like a lot of people say that it does for me, but I still like it quite a bit better. And like I'm pretty I'm happy that we even ever got an Avengers. I never thought this like whole MCU thing would be a thing I'd see in my lifetime. So yeah, I'll go with Avengers.
Dang it, Jordan! You stole my spiel. You stole my spiel. I was going to say, yeah, Glory Road, Don Haskins, Texas, Western Texas, that turns into UTEP. Did anybody know it was going to be UTEP except for Jonathan, who's a Texas guy? But yeah, Texas, UTEP, really? They were in, but it's Kentucky. It's Pat Riley. It's really this huge, massive juggernaut versus this underdog. You know, it's surprising that it's actually a really good movie. But I mean, I think Avengers on my 64. This is you're surprised that we got an Avengers, Jordan. How do you think? I read hundreds of Avengers comics and thousands of comics. I never thought in my lifetime I'd ever see an Avengers movie. So yeah, Avengers.
All right.
And I lived in Midland, Texas for 2 years, so I know about Western Texas. But Jonathan.
Yeah, I don't know if they're on the same planet anymore. Glory Road. It's a funny quote. All these people crawling back from college. Yeah, Glory Road is it's a good movie. A good basketball movie. A tougher movie than you think. When it addresses racism, it's pretty tough, even for a Disney film. But I agree with you, Jordan. I don't know if the Avengers holds up very well, but I'm still gonna vote for the Avengers. It's really good. It's really good. It's just there are a few other Avengers movies that I think are better, but I'll go with the Avengers. Yeah, because
we do get
one cinematic event.
But in the Avengers, we get the correct version of Thor and the Hulk. And later they'll become jokes in the MCU. So.
Oh, you mean like in Ragnarok, that movie you love, and Thor: Love and Thunder, that movie you gave 8 out of 10, and you think is friggin' awesome? Okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I'm slowly fading on
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder. I'm not.
Yeah, don't let Jordan try to change history on you. That the internet is forever, Jordan. Your review's still on.
Well, I liked it a lot when it first came out, but I probably had rose-colored glasses on it or something. But I will defend Ragnarok. I love that one.
Yeah, I'll defend Ragnarok. That's what we're talking about. I don't know if Glory Road, so yeah, Avengers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just for reference, Jordan, I pulled a side by side for you.
Right. They sound the same. They got the southern accent.
How many roles do you think Josh Lucas lost to Matthew McConaughey? I mean,
a lot.
Josh Lucas. But Josh Lucas is the voice of the Home Depot commercial, so he's doing
it. So we got another Tom Hanks movie, a lot of Tom Hanks in Zach's list, and another Robert Zemeckis movie. So there you go. Back to the Future and A League of Their Own. I mean, both of these are great. I revisited League of Their Own not too long ago. Haven't seen it forever. Yeah, really, really charming, really delightful. And just because it doesn't come up here a lot, I'm doing that a lot tonight. But why not? I'll go League of Their Own, just because it doesn't come up a lot.
Yeah, so I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, so it's pretty easy. But for League of Their Own, like I was really pleasantly surprised. I was very late. I only saw it maybe like 2 years or maybe 3 years, because my last job that I had, I did retail merchandising for a bunch of different stores. And I would get these projects where they were essentially about 2 hours long, some of them. And I worked on my own. So I just put on a movie on my phone and just set it there and just do my thing, watch a whole movie while I'm working. And I watched The League of Their Own doing that. And I was getting a little emotional at the end in the middle of the store. So that wasn't kind of interesting. But I got to go Back to the Future here. It's Back to the Future.
Okay.
Dan.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I am a massive fan of A League of Their Own. There's no crying in baseball. I mean, it's so freaking good. But I mean, you can't. I mean, I grew up. I was probably
11 years old in 1985 when Back to the Future came out, and this is one of the greatest movies of all time. I don't know if it's in my 64, but I'm sure it's going to be in my 128. When that time comes for me to do that. Unfortunately, it just happened. Well, League of Their Own just happened to come up against Back to the Future, which is one of the all-time great movies, and in a decade which had so many great nostalgia things for me, and one of them is Back to the Future. So that's what I got to go with.
Yeah, Back to the Future was released the year I was born, so there's that.
85.
Yeah, but Jonathan, what do you say?
Yeah, tough matchup for me. A League of Their Own, it just gets better and better with each viewing. I think it's like one of those movies where, if you're down or you just want to watch something, you watch A League of Their Own. I mean, A League of Their Own has that positive spirit, within that. The Rockford Peaches, I believe that's what the team is called.
Yeah,
Rockford Peaches. A very fun cast, a very fun ensemble. Gina Davis is terrific, and Tom Hanks is fantastic as the curmudgeon coach. I would have played the underdog card, but boys, Back to the Future. I can't do it with this one. Back to the Future is excellent. So Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm. Always a heavy hitter. But JPO, what do you say?
Yeah, it's a heavy hitter for a reason. This is a good round. You did it not too long ago. Rewatch of League of Their Own. Some pretty dang good tale here. Even good old John Levin's popping up, but I'll go with Back to the Future as well.
Mm-hmm. It's a heavy hitter against a whole team of hitters right there. So, but Zach, what do you say?
So, I'm gonna echo what Jonathan said. Like, I love A League of Their Own, but it is going up against Back to the Future, and it's like that's such a hard matchup. And I love both movies, but the slight edge goes to Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I do appreciate a movie that'll hit a kid in the face with something, though, with The League of Their Own. That's always fun.
Yeah, that is true. That
is good. Tom Hanks doesn't give a shit about throwing a baseball glove at a kid right in his face. All right. Got The Quick and the Dead, Sam Raimi, and Premium Rush. Yeah, this is
weird matchup. Okay.
Yeah, this is a only on tournament fights.
Yeah, right.
All right.
I was talking to Jordan, and I was wondering how many times were you going to put that in?
Well, yeah, there might be some more coming up. We'll see.
Yeah. So these are both like pretty pleasant surprises for me. I saw Premium Rush in theaters, and The Quick and the Dead I was very late to. I watched it when we did our it's like Leo versus Brad match or something like that. I think we did that. But and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, a very young like Leonardo DiCaprio, Gene Hackman, and I believe Russell Crowe too. And it's a lot of fun. Like it's just like a really fun Western. I think that's like the best word for me, because they're doing all these like little standoff draws at high noon, and they all get their turn to do one, and it's a lot of fun. And then Premium Rush was a great theater watch because it's got really cool effects. The way that it's done, it's just like a delivery guy on a bike in New York City, but he's fast and he rides like hell, just like the poster says. And then you got Michael Shannon in there being a pretty great villain in there. Just because it's recency bias, I haven't been on a bike, but I've been in a car doing a ton of DoorDash and like Uber Eats and stuff recently. So I'll just do Premium Rush, sure, because they're pretty even for me. But Dan, I don't know if you're there. I might have stepped out for a minute. We can go to Jonathan.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah, Dan,
I didn't realize it was going to come to me that fast. I didn't realize it was going to come to me that fast. I'm sorry.
Trying to move a little quicker because of time.
Yeah. No, Premium Rush, I'll tell you right now, surprised to see it on the list for Zach, but it's one of those movies that I was surprised. I actually liked it. It was really high tension, just one of those ones who's like, wow, this thing is fast. Everything about it is fast. It's really interesting. But The Quick and the Dead, I'm a massive Westerns fan, as Austin knows.
So I got to go with The Quick and the Dead. I mean, so many amazing characters: Gene Hackman, Sharon Stone, Leonardo DiCaprio, Lance Hendrickson. I mean, this is filled with great characters and a lot of great stuff going on in The Quick and the Dead. So I'm going to The Quick and the Dead.
Yeah. Jonathan, what do you say?
So I just rewatched Premium Rush. It had been a while. The first time I've seen it since the theaters, since its release. This is an evenly solid matchup. I think it's. I'm actually with Jordan. I think it's a solid, fun matchup. Not great, but they're fun in their own right. They both have good villains too. Dang it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna edge it out to Premium Rush because I think sometimes Sam Raimi's direction kind of drives me insane at times. And I'm not a huge Raimi guy, and I'm surprised that Premium Rush was directed by David Koepp. Kind of a surprise. And Raimi has better films in his filmography, so I'm gonna go Premium Rush.
I'm more of a Raimi Spider-Man guy, but beyond that, it's kind of hit and miss. But JPO.
I love my boy JGL, but I gotta go Quick and the Dead here. I think it's actually kind of an underrated western that I've always kind of dug. So, Quick and the Dead.
Yeah. Zach.
So it's kind of funny because Dan brought this up at the very beginning, but The Quick and the Dead I saw for the first time like a week and a half ago, and I thought it was so amazing that it had to be on this list.
Jordan, you can't say anything. You put Jurassic World Dominion like 3 hours after you saw the movie. You can't say a goddamn thing.
I know.
So stop.
Oh, that's saying saying anything good or bad. I was just
I know.
And then Premium Rush is the other underrated JGL movie, and I just think again it has a lot of great intensity and like action, and you're just along for the ride. But I just was so enthralled with the characters and everything that was going on with Quick and the Dead that I'm going with Quick and the Dead.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
No, I'll go with Quick and the Dead. Also, yeah, I love westerns, and yeah, I think that one's really underrated. Yeah, everybody that shows up in that movie is somebody that you recognize. Everybody. I mean, you even got Tobin Bell in there in the first 5-10 minutes. Jigsaw showing up in there. I mean, just everybody is somebody. So it's a lot of fun to watch. Yeah. Going Quick
and also, to be fair, I had John Wick Chapter 4 in there about 2 weeks after I saw it in my 128.
Yeah,
so
I know you can't judge anybody putting in there. I know. Let things settle, people. Let things settle for a little while. All right.
But I will confess, the quickest I've ever had to put in like almost a top 100 list was the 2019 Parasite. That was the best.
I think I'm the same. I think the most recent thing I have is Joker from 2019. I think.
No, but I mean, quickest to like a top whatever list.
Yeah. The Replacements and The Thing. So
okay.
We've had another Gene Hackman movie. So we just had a little Gene Hackman. Got another one.
And Kurt Russell.
Yeah. The Thing is moving on.
Kurt Russell, Zach. Zach, you love Kurt Russell, I'll tell you.
Yeah, well, Kurt Russell and Tom Hanks are in my top 5 actors of all time. So,
there you go. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Hey, I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
We can go quick, but Dan, yeah.
I'll tell you right now, underrated. And I'm the sports guy. If anybody doesn't know, I'm the. I already have a letterbox of the 100 greatest sports movies of all time, and Replacements is on there. But one of the top, probably top 5 horror movies of all time, in my opinion, is The Thing, and I think it's one of the creepiest, scariest. I don't like cold weather. First of all, I hate the North. I hate where you come from. I hate where you come from, Jordan.
I don't like snow either, but I'm stuck here.
But The Thing is so freaking good. I gotta go with The Thing.
Yeah, sounds good. Jonathan.
Yeah, Replacements was one of those fun first-time watches during the pandemic. I had not seen it, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Shane Falco, the Washington quarterback, and Gene Hackman is also great in it. Has a good camaraderie between the castmates and the players. Jon Favreau is hilarious in that movie, but the Juggernaut is the thing. So I think it's another perfect horror film, and you can debate it's as scary as Alien, But yeah, I think the Thing moves on for me. The Thing.
Yeah, there was a year once where I think they had replacement NFL players. I can't remember what year that was, but there's 1 year I think they did. So, but JPO, what do you say?
This has a lot of fun. I've actually wanted to rewatch it. It's been shut up, man. And but
I muted. I got you.
I love
Sorry,
those
JP.
practical effects. No, it's all good. It happens. Those practical effects are fantastic here. It's an easy watch that holds up, and I love its pieces. So the things.
Yeah, Zach, what do you say?
So, while I love all the characters and the story of Replacements, just recently, actually last year, The Thing became my favorite horror movie of all time. And in February, I actually got to meet Keith David and get him to sign my copy of The Thing.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'm going with The Thing.
Yeah. Austin.
Now, saying The Thing is your favorite horror movie of all time, that's a take most of us can get behind, you know, Zach.
Yeah,
that's,
right.
That's an understandable one. We're like, yeah, I get that. So
Yeah.
there you go. At least you're in line with that one. Yeah, no, I mean, Replacements, I can't get behind that one, though. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Like, I saw it for the first time about 2 years ago. I was like, it's passable. It's fine. You know, good performances, but meh. But yeah, The Thing's like my second favorite horror movie of all time. So yeah, I'm with it.
I feel like there's got to be a wrestler somewhere in the Replacements. I don't know, but
I don't think so. JPO would know if there was. Trust me. There's a wrestler in a movie. JPO can sniff it out. Trust me.
I love Reese Stephens as the kicker. He's fantastic. Orlando, whatever the hell his name is.
Jones. When they try to make him a thing.
They got some great characters in the Replacements. As the years have gone by, I've liked it more and more.
Hold on. I was saying, Jordan said that The Replacements feels like a movie that should have a wrestler in there somewhere, and I was like, if there was, JPO would know. Trust me, he's that guy. No, I don't think so either.
I never know what's that.
But The Replacement
was that? Whose baby was that?
I don't know.
Was that somebody's baby or dog or something?
I don't know. We muted you, Dan, because you had stuff going on in the background.
Yeah.
I had a dog in my hand, in my lap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was my dog.
Yeah, but
I was like, what?
But The Replacements, though, I do have some fun with. I like Keanu Reeves as Shane Falco. I liked when like the big guy comes onto the field and like Gene Hackman's like, that is one big mammoth jam, and it's like this big old huge like Samoan guy or whatever, and then like Reese. Ephens or Iphens, I don't know.
Reese, I said he was the kicker.
Yeah. So like he's like, I'm widely, and he's like the like.
Wait a minute, JPO. I just saw him in the cast list. The Replacements, Marty Wright, aka the Boogeyman, is in the Replacements.
He is.
Nice.
He plays a butler. He says he plays a butler, so it does have a wrestler in it. JPO.
Oh, he's not even a football player. He's a butler.
He's a butler. He's not even a football player in the movie.
It's funny
That's a good fun fact. That's a good fun fact.
There you go.
It's funny, Zach, that you say that you got Keith David to sign your copy of The Thing. He's also in the Replacements. So, but I'm gonna vote for The Thing. The Thing is just like really haunting and just like creepy. Like you don't know what's gonna happen from 1 minute to the next with this thing in the Antarctic. So yeah,
I'm scrolling through JPL the cast list, and I said it pops out immediately because it's just a picture of the Boogeyman as the IMDb picture, and I'm like,
nice.
oh shit.
I see it on a different website. So yeah, Boogeyman's his profile pic.
The Boogeyman is in the Replacement. So there you go. Fun fact for you, JPL.
Thing sweet.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah,
I mean,
Butler. Yeah,
I mean,
all right, another sports movie. Greatest game ever played against The Shining. Anybody? Yeah.
I'd rather we just move along in my opinion.
No.
I would vote for the greatest game ever played.
Well, maybe we have to go quick. So.
All right, fine, Jonah. Jesus.
All right.
Good to save some time, but
okay, I'm gonna make it quick. Shining, great horror movie. All right, awesome. Greatest game ever played. I've only seen it once. It's not one of my favorite sports movies. Not one of my favorite Disney movies. I think it moves at a very slow pace, in my opinion. I love some of the direction by Bill Paxton. And I just didn't love Shia's performance. I think he was just too stiff, in my opinion. And yeah, I just don't love that movie. So hands down to Shining.
Yeah. JPO, what do you say?
The Shining.
Yeah. Sure. Zach.
So I'm gonna make this quick. While I love The Shining, greatest game ever played to me is actually my favorite Shia LaBeouf performance, and I love the movie, so I'm going with greatest game ever played.
Whoa.
Okay. Austin.
I think his best role is Fury, personally. I think.
Oh yeah,
fucking awesome
that's a
in
great
that movie.
movie.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, this is not hard.
Fury or,
Shining's
or Holes. I love Holes for some reason.
Shining's a top 10 like horror movie of all time. I've seen The Greatest Game Ever Played once. Again, good performances. It's okay for like a one-time watch. It's fine. But yeah, it's against The Shining, dude. Kubrick's one of my favorite directors of all time. So yeah.
Or like Honey Boy. That one's pretty great too for Shia LaBeouf. But and on this match, yeah. Yeah, like I think The Shining's probably way better. I don't love it as much as some people, but I think that it's good, and yeah, like one of these days I want to go do the whole thing of staying at the Stanley Hotel. So hopefully, like, 'cause I don't live that far from it, but anyways, yeah, The Shining, yeah.
You're gonna get room 237.
Yeah. And also, especially with the stuff with like the twins, like that's like my favorite thing when the twins pop up and the kid's riding his bike down the hall, all the blood out the elevator. That's when it gets good to me. So yeah.
Yeah, I covered the Overlook Film Festival, and I reviewed 2 movies for the Overlook Film Festival virtually. That's in New Orleans, by the way. Why is it in New Orleans? Who knows? Because there's probably so many other film festivals in Colorado and Utah already. They figure, hey, let's move it to New Orleans instead. But no, I love The Greatest Game Ever Played. One of the most underrated sports movies of all time. And one of the things about it that I think like more sports movies could really – it understands the game of golf. It puts the camera on the ball and you see the ball rolling and stuff like that. It understands the game of the movie that it's taking place and the character and the sport that it's depicting on screen. One of the best sports movies I've ever seen. I really do believe it's a great sports movie. And I actually disagree. I think Shia LaBeouf is fantastic in it. I actually like him as this character. I don't have anything against The Shining. I think The Shining is a great horror movie. But in this matchup, when I saw it pop up, I was like, I'm going with The Greatest Game Ever Played because I just love that people just don't give it enough credit. I think it's a great sports movie and it understands the game and it really, the way the camera follows the ball and stuff like that. It's one of the, you don't see that in sports movies where somebody does something different, not like formulaic, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going with The Greatest Game.
Challengers. They're doing something different in Challengers.
Oh, Challengers is really good.
Well, really, yeah, that does do something with tennis that you know.
Hey, more sports. We got I Love You Man and more Sandman with Hustle. Hustle.
Go my favorite sports team. Go.
JPO. Got some Sandman in here for you to kick it off.
Hey, there we go. Oh, fuck. But it's against no.
Oh, no. It's a good comedy.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Oh, no. I don't like this at all. I'm first.
Yeah.
Am I first?
Yes.
Yep. You're first.
Oh, no. Yeah, so I do have a lot of love for I Love You, Man. It's a great romance between Paul Rudd and Siegel here. It's a good rewatch here. Kind of that 1-2 punch Siegel had with this. Vincent Marshall, who was just killing it. Hustle's a really good one here, really underrated, underseen on Netflix here. Again, right after Uncut Gems, showing that he's got a lot of range. Shit, maybe just because I don't know if it's ever even been on tournament fights, except maybe like the yearly list. I'm going to Hustle here. It's a good stand-up performance. Great stand-up performance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So, while I really like Hustle, and I'm one of the people that I actually was rooting for Sandler to get nominated for this movie, and he just didn't. I'm giving it to I Love You, Man. It's actually one of my favorite comedies of all time. I love the bromance and I just think you have a lot of just funny moments with the two of them. So I'm going slightly to I Love You, Man.
Slapping the bass. Yeah. Austin.
Another battle of movies I've seen once, but I need to go back to I Love You, Man and watch it again. It's been a while. Yeah, but Hustle's really good too. Yeah, just because, man, I think at some point Sandler's going to get a nomination. He just kind of has to. He's really showing his range, and yeah, I was kind of rooting for Sandler to maybe have that outside shot as well. But I'll go Hustle.
Yeah, yeah. This is a tough one. The player that he gets, like Juancho Hernan, or however you say it. I don't know how to say it. Hernan Gonan or Gomez, something like that. He used to be an NBA player. Now he's back in Spain, just playing over there. But the movie's good. But man, I Love You, Man is so much fun. Like I just think that it's just one hilarious moment after the next. I especially love like Thomas Lennon. Like he just like thinks he's on a date, and so he kisses him. But the way he plays it straight, though, he just plays it straight, and he's like confused, like, "Huh? Oh, you weren't looking for that, okay?" Or whatever. The kind of reaction that he has, and yeah, there's just so many like great comedy people that pop up, like Nick Kroll or like Rob Hubel or Jon Favreau, like Andy Samberg. So yeah, it's really good. So I'll go. I Love You, Man.
Yeah, I wasn't on the Hustle train, even though I did like Rudy Gobert and I did like the story. I just wasn't on the Hustle train as much as I liked the other Netflix or the A24 movie that Uncut Gems. I think that was the movie that he should have been. If he's going to be nominated for anything, he should have been nominated for Uncut Gems. Adam Sandler. I think he's phenomenal in Uncut Gems. To me, this is a good bromance, and this is a fun movie. I Love You, Man, and it's one of the first things I've ever saw Paul Rudd in where he caught my eye, and I do like I Love You, Man. So I'm going to go with I Love You, Man.
Yeah. Jonathan.
Damn, I can make this interesting. All right. They're both evenly matched for me. These are both like 4 out of 5 for me. Boy, Hustle. It's produced by Happy Madison, right? So
I think so.
Yeah, you could make a case that it is the best Happy Madison production by a landslide. Hustle is, I think, it's a really good movie. It really surprised me. I Love You, Man. It has been a while since I've seen it, but it is a very fantastic bro comedy. My favorite exchange is towards the end. Now that I can relate to it, is like I believe Siegel's character says, "I saw Chuck a lot. Just delightful." It is, isn't it? And then J.K. Simmons goes, "Chuck, oh, what the fuck is that?" Sandberg goes, "I don't know." And then the other guy, I forgot his name. It's a beautiful movie. Yeah, but yeah, it's funny. Damn. By a slight edge, by a line, Hustle.
All right. Well, I think it's gonna be I Love You, Man, right?
No, we have a tie. So Jordan, I believe, has the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I got to give it to I Love You, Man.
Yeah.
I will see you later. I will see you on another time. Just how awkward Paul Rudd is.
All right. Got a lot of Hugh Jackman tonight too. Zach seems to be a big fan of Hugh Jackman. But we got Everest and The Greatest Showman. Zach.
So I will say this: I've had a very interesting relationship with The Greatest Showman, but all in all, I think it is a really good movie with, I think, catchy songs and good performances. But it's going up against Everest, which I think is one of the best disaster movies I've seen, and it just like it's gripping, and you feel like you're really there with them, and it's intense. So I'm gonna go with Everest.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, no, I mean, Greatest Showman's okay. One of the more tolerable musicals, although they play the worst song from it in my job, every day.
Oh no.
Yeah, the Rewrite the Stars song, which is the worst song from that, and that's the one they play in my job. But yeah, I really like Everest as well. I'm a big disaster movie guy, and that movie has an awesome cast to it. So, yeah, I'll go Everest.
Yeah. Is this the one that has Jason Clarke in it? I think it is. I don't like that guy.
Everyone's favorite actor, Jason Clarke.
Yeah. I mean, he's not on a. I don't have a dislike for him the way I do with Kristen Stewart, but I don't care that much for him. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't really love The Greatest Showman. I think that it's fine, Like I think that I don't know. I'm just not a big Zendaya fan, and she's a big part of it. Even as much as I like Challenger, I just think Zendaya just looks like a person who has permanent clinical depression to me. In all her roles in real life and everything. Maybe she does. I don't know, but she just looks depressing. She has this stupid ass expression on her face all the time that is annoying to me. I don't know. I mean, I don't dislike her that much, just a little, but it's weird. A weird thing I noticed about her. And Hugh Jackman, I mean, I guess the real P.T. Barnum wasn't a good guy. I don't know, but they portray him as one. And Zac Efron's always good, though. I like Zac Efron. So I'll give it to The Greatest Showman, but just because I've only seen Everest once, and I just don't remember a ton about it. So yeah, but it's fine. Both these are fine movies for me. So The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, I mean, Everest is a gripping story. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is really a gripping story. And it really, the weather, the conditions, really, you feel it when you're watching it. When I first saw The Greatest Showman, I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie, and I have grown to be a huge fan of Zendaya after this. Not the biggest Zac Efron fan. He's been okay lately. I love Hugh Jackman, but the thing that really has turned this movie around for me is the Beard Lady song, the woman with the beard. And
This is
the more I hear, is that the song you don't like, Austin? If it is,
no. It's
that one.
Zac Efron's and Zendaya song they sing on the trapeze. That song sucks.
Oh, okay. Well, the Beard Lady song is a song that anytime I ever see it, if it's on America's Got Talent, if it's on The Voice, if it's on any of these reality shows, I get emotional when I hear that song, and it really affects me because it reminds me of the downtrodden, the people that have had a hard time in their life, different, and so I'm going to go very slightly to The Greatest Showman.
Yeah. Jonathan, what do you say?
I don't hate The Greatest Showman. I think it was decent. It was fine. The songs all over the place in terms of likability, but it was all right. Everest, Dan described it, is gripping. I think it's one of the saddest disaster movies ever made, definitely in recent years. Some good performances. A little spoiler alert. When one character said that he was not going to make it, and I see Emily Watson reacting to it, oh, man. It's tough. I'm gonna give it to Everest. I think it's a better film than Greatest Showman. I think it's really a technical standout for me, in my personal opinion. So I'm gonna go Everest.
You know what? I don't love The Greatest Showman. I'm changing my vote to Everest. It is pretty gripping. So yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
All right, JPO. JPO.
Wake up. You fell asleep.
JPO.
Wake up.
Hey.
Rewrite the
that's trying to happen.
That's all right.
What are we talking about here? Yeah, Greatest Showman. That was good. One-time watch. I actually really dug the story of Everest. That was really well told. So it's one I'll go back to more Everest.
JB, if you need to bump up, just let us know. It's fine.
Yeah.
No hard feelings. If you gotta go, what you got to plug?
Yeah.
You can go if you need to. It's fine. I got
Okay.
you. I know you've been kind of sick too, so it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound like you're losing your voice a little.
Yeah. And follow me over at the Pierce Hill. Y'all know Pierce Wrestling here on Thursdays.
right.
Zach, I love you. Happy birthday or whatever this is.
Happy 64.
Happy birthday or whatever.
Well, we have had a lot of birthday episodes recently, so
Yeah.
I don't blame him for that.
We have, yeah.
It's all good, JPO. You can get out of here, man.
See you. Bye-bye. Feel better.
All right, it's all good. All right, but that's when Everest made the comeback.
We're
We're almost
tied.
done with this side. We'll get through. The Bodyguard and the Lion King. Well, you know,
I think it'll be the Lion King here.
The Lion King. I mean, Zach, say your piece about the Bodyguard, though. You know,
I will say,
I don't want to put it through without letting Zach at least talk.
Yeah,
about
no,
it,
that's
you know what I mean?
I actually saw the Bodyguard for the first time like last October on an airplane, and I was very surprised at how much I loved this movie. I think it has great performances from Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston, and I love the songs in it, and it's a gripping story. But again, it's going up against Lion King, and Lion King's in my top 10, so.
Yeah, well, I think it is.
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't love The Bodyguard. No.
Yeah, it's a strange movie, but it's
No, the best thing that comes from The Bodyguard is if you look here, the like spoof poster they did for the Hitman's Bodyguard, like when they like.
Oh, like
yeah, but
like Sam Jackson, Ryan
They
Reynolds.
did it better in The Simpsons, though.
Yeah.
Oh, did they do it in The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Got
Great song,
Aviator, and Kingsman Secret Service. Speaking of Sam Jackson,
Whose turn is it?
It is my turn now. I like the first, as I said before on the show, I like the first hour of The Aviator when he's a wacky man making a movie, and then that movie drops off a cliff for me. I don't love the rest of it. Once it settles down with the Katharine Hepburn stuff, doesn't work for me. Kingsman's great, so I'll go Kingsman.
Yeah, I need to go back and rewatch The Aviator because I tried to watch it, but it was on a day where I was like pretty busy and like just had to have it on in the background and like I got like a little less than halfway through it because it's so long, and then I just like was getting bored. But it wasn't because like I think the movie is boring, just because I was too busy to really give my full attention to it. So I need to go back and just really give it another rewatch. It's Scorsese and he's usually pretty great, but the Kingsman, I mean, like y'all know me. Every time that it comes up, I just gotta flash my Kingsman poster right back there.
Mm-hmm.
That will give you my vote, and it also has a church scene that's pretty great. So yeah, Kingsman. But Dan,
I love the Kingsman. When I saw this a month early, guys, and I'll tell you a quick story. I saw this.
Oh, good for you! A month early.
Yeah.
Early from any, and I was like,
you. And how was it?
And I'm like, what the hell did I just see? And I can't say anything about it. I can't tell anybody what I saw. And it's just like, I could not believe what I saw. It was one of the most incredible things. And being able to see it a month early was like crazy. And then finally everybody else saw it and like, oh my God, this movie is freaking amazing. But I am a massive Martin Scorsese fan. And I think my favorite I know you guys are like, how can I say it? But my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese collaboration is The Aviator. And I just love that movie. I love his period piece stuff. I think everything in that movie is incredible. I love The Aviator. So I have to go with The Aviator. I know I'm the odd man out here. I know it.
Mm-hmm. No, it's fine. But yeah, when those trailers first came out for the Kingsman, and to me, it made it look like some kind of like young adult movie or like adaptation. I'm like, what is this? And then it was way better than that. It was awesome. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Jonathan, what do you say?
Yeah, Kingsman's fun. It's a fun movie. Man, where has that Matthew Vaughn been? I mean,
where did he dropped off? Didn't he? Jesus.
Yeah. He directed something recently. I thought that wasn't that good.
I was
Argyle.
Very disappointed in Argyle.
Yeah, Argyle. That's what it was.
I was very disappointed. But no, Kingsman is good. But The Aviator, I think, is a great Scorsese movie with DiCaprio. Yeah, it's an underrated Scorsese film. Underrated collaboration with between Scorsese and DiCaprio. So I'm gonna go The Aviator.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So it's funny because Jonathan is going to shake his head when I say this. but right now, Argyle is my favorite movie of the year.
Oh,
dude, you got to see more movies.
Let's see.
Holy
Challengers, Love Lies Bleeding.
Challengers, Love Lies Bleeding,
Chapter
Civil War, Dune 2.
Civil War.
Yeah.
Late Night with the Devil.
Yes, yes.
The Fall Guy.
Yeah, even the Fall Guy's better.
I haven't seen Fall Guy yet. I might go see it on Sunday.
One Life with Anthony Hopkins was better.
Oh, that was good. That was
yeah.
Even a Kristen Stewart movie was better this year. Come on.
Yeah.
Love Lies Bleeding's amazing.
But as far as this matchup, it's hard because I really like The Aviator, but to me, Kingsman just has so many different like areas to it. It has its fun, it has its action, it has the great church scene, and you also get a good villain in Samuel L. Jackson. And I feel like it all works together. So by a slim margin, I'm going with Kingsman.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The Princess and the Frog and It. Very similar movies. So this will get both the only on tournament fights and fun for the whole family.
I gotta go. It's my turn.
Jonathan, I'm every time you come back, I'm always adding to my my cache of clips and overlays and sound bites and all kinds of stuff. So
you'll float too down in Owens.
I go with it. I go with it.
Oh, Jordan's first. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on, Dan.
Yeah. So I really do like Princess and the Frog. I was very late. Like I only saw this movie like 2 years ago for the first time, and I was like a holdout. People kept asking me to watch it, and I just never did. And then my sister's a massive Disney fan, so she's worked at Walt Disney World multiple times. She's a big Disney head, and so she just put it on when we were like traveling somewhere, and we were in a hotel, and so we watched it, and I think we were at Disney World actually, like in a hotel there, and so we watched it, and it's great. I'm a little pissed off that they're turning Splash Mountain into a Princess and the Frog whatever thing, but it's fine. It's not that mad. I'm kind of mad, but it's just awesome, and like one of the best theater experiences that I've had in a long time. Like just a packed, sold out crowd in like one of the biggest theaters in Seattle when I used to live up there, and so yeah, I'll go with it. It's great. So, Dan.
Yeah, I don't think Andy Muschietti has made a bad movie unless you guys know some that he made that I don't know of. I think the guy is a great director. His wife is his like producer. I think even The Flash is a good movie to me. I mean, I know a lot of people. Oh God, I think The Flash is a good movie too. But I think was there a green light that he's doing the Batman or something for the new James Gunn universe or something like that? I can't remember.
He might be doing. He's been talked about.
Welcome to Derry.
To maybe do Brave and the Bold, maybe.
Oh yeah, Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, Brave and the Bold. Yeah,
but it's showing like an animated picture. I don't know if that means it's going to be animated. But.
Yeah, I love it. I think I'm right with you. One of the great theater experiences in recent memory, and then It too. Wow, how the hell could It too actually live up to It? But it really does.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, sounds good. Jonathan.
Yeah, well, that's a Muschietti disagreement, but that's another time. Yeah, The Princess and the Frog starts out well. With the what's her name? Kiana or Tiana? Kiana, thank you.
No,
Tiana.
And he was really directed Mama. That was not a great one. Mama.
Mama's okay. Mama's fine.
So Tiana, pursuing her dreams of, I think, owning a hotel or something like that, or running a hotel. I thought, I was like, okay, interesting. I like that. Then we get to The Princess and the Frog, and I just wasn't really that interested, to be honest. I think it's one of my least favorite Disney animated movies, in my opinion. Haven't seen Wish though, so I'll get to that. Yeah, it's great. It's an awesome film. It's a great horror experience. One of the few times that made me jumped out of my seat because I usually do not get scared during movies. But it did. So
Yeah, that projector scene. Ooh,
That's the one.
I'll get you. Yeah, but Zach, what do you say?
So this is an interesting one because it's a number 1 versus a number 2. It is my number 2 favorite horror movie behind The Thing. But The Princess and the Frog is my favorite Disney animated movie of all time. I just love everything about it. I love the characters. I like the adventure, and I like the songs. I am going, and I might be in the minority. I'm going with Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, like I will admit, there's some fun stuff in it. I like the shrimp guy that got the real Cajun accent. The music's great. It's got a great villain, Keith David. Yeah, it's good.
I was gonna say you've actually got quite a few Keith David movies on your list, Zach. Secretly, you got
right.
The Thing, you got The Replacements, you got The Princess and the Frog. You got. He was in something else with that. Quick and the Dead. He's in Quick and the Dead also. But I'm still going for it because I've never seen Princess. I've never seen Princess of the Frog. Never got around to it. That was it came out in theaters after I was over like kid stuff, so I started moving on to other things.
I forgot about the villain. That's a good call on the villain.
I've heard the song because the song was on our Disney song tournament that we did, so I've heard the villain song, but that's all I really know about Princess and the Frog. So speaking of Disney, we got 2 more double Disney, Aladdin and Cool Runnings. So more inspirational sports and more Disney. So Dan.
Yeah, I mean, Cool Runnings. John Candy is so freaking good in that. I mean, I love John Candy, but Robin Williams gives one of the great.
Urban Blitzer. I got a little.
Aladdin is one of the great. When I said the 90s was that decade of where Disney was just like on crazy, they were incredible, and one of those was Aladdin. Unless you're going to tell me it was late 80s, I think it was 90s though. But
Aladdin is 92, Cool Runnings is 93, so 92 and 93.
Yeah, so Cool Runnings. I love John Candy is amazing, and it's just like R.I.P. You want to talk about a guy that boy he had so much to give us, and it's a great true story too. But I gotta go instead of the sports movie. I gotta go with Aladdin here.
Yeah, Jonathan, what do you say?
Yeah, I agree with Dan. Cool Runnings is a fun film, a fun sports film, fun inspirational movie. There's some laughs in it, and it's kind of straightforward. I recently rewatched it. It still holds up. But I mean, Aladdin, I love Aladdin to pieces. It touches me. I gotta go with Aladdin.
Yeah. Zach.
This is tough because I really like Aladdin and I really like Cool Runnings because I think Cool Runnings has unique characters and it has some funny moments and the true story aspect, and then everything with Aladdin. I'm going to slightly go Cool Runnings.
Yeah. Austin.
It's our second John Turtletop movie, Cool Runnings and National Treasure. Let's say you can make it complete, Zach, by putting 3 ninjas on here. It's a John Turtletop movie. I
don't think I've ever seen it.
It's Home Alone with ninjas. What are you gonna do? I mean, these are pretty even as far as how many times I've seen it. So it's whatever I'm in the mood for. Why not? Just because it never makes it very far, I feel like on these tournaments, I'll go Cool Runnings.
Guys, I'm freezing my roller Rastafari knees off here. Like, I'm a huge Cool Runnings fan. Probably one of my other favorite scenes is just when he's trying to put the bobsled team together, and he's showing a little but he's like, gentlemen, a bobsled is a simple thing. Yeah, so is a toilet, and just people kind of heckling him. And he's like, yeah, you're remember, your bones will not break in a bobsled. No. They shatter. Yeah. So, John Candy's awesome. I love the whole entire Casio Brenner, just and I think that it's fun, it's funny, it's inspirational. I mean, they just don't make Disney sports movies like this anymore. So, I'll go Cool Runnings. And Aladdin's good. And like,
wow,
the Robin Williams is the standout for me, but I'll go Cool Runnings.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a shocker.
Yeah.
Avengers
this hurt.
Endgame and The Mummy. So
Can we all
hurt.
agree? Can we agree on this one or no?
no, I don't think this is an agreeable one at all.
No way.
I don't know where. I don't know where. I don't know
This
where
is
this
a big
is gonna go.
like
No,
fight,
this is a
yeah.
big,
I need to
like,
think
I don't
about
know.
it.
I'm last. So
Jonathan.
Jonathan, you're first.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, this is the toughest matchup in this tournament. So far. Endgame is a great conclusion to the saga. I mean, to the Infinity Saga. It's just the 3 hours go by quickly. I'm invested in it. Fantastic conclusion, fantastic battle. You know what happens in the end. I mean, it's poignant, tragic, and earned. Does a really good job of circling that or moving that saga along, especially since the first Iron Man. The Mummy is a fantastic adventure. It is fantastic. I'll be quite honest. I think this is like, in my opinion, like I give it like either 4 or 4.5, but I think this is like the 5 4-star thing ever. It's like a 5-star 4-star movie. It's really funny, but it's because I think it's one of the best Indiana Jones movies ever made, if you think about it, and it's a great adventure. Great villain, great lead character, great leading lady. Damn. This is tough.
Moon.
Yeah, she's in the second one more than the first one. Emotep. I love Endgame. However, I see The Mummy more times. I gotta go rewatchability. I'm gonna go with The Mummy. Damn it.
Yeah, who all went to go see Mummy in theaters when it came out again? I did.
Was it the
I was too
25th
young.
anniversary?
I was too young.
Yeah.
25th anniversary, guys?
Twice.
Yeah, twice for Austin. Yeah.
Well then.
But
Zach,
what do you say?
So it's kind of funny that you bring that up, Jordan, because I actually recently rewatched The Mummy last Sunday for the 25th anniversary because I had never seen it in theaters, and I still think it holds up, and it's still amazing to this day.
Mm-hmm.
It has great characters, great story.
Oh, what movie is that? Is that
Mummy.
The Mummy?
Yeah.
Oh, there was a glare on it, so I couldn't tell.
See,
come on, Jonathan, let's go.
While I love Endgame,
there you go.
I think the second half is a lot more superior than the first half. So to me, it's not so much of a complete movie, and I actually think Infinity War is a little bit better. But because of that, I'm going with The Mummy.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
No, forget about me. Just move it over now, then, because you guys are all going.
Wait, so
Yeah.
Infinity War is not on your list? No, I
We
forgot.
can still talk about it.
I think it's in my other one, and because they always swap. So
because it's 4-1. It's 4-1.
Fair enough.
No, I don't know where Jordan's gonna go.
Yeah, you don't know.
You just said he loves The Mummy.
Still, you don't know where I'm going.
Endgame's in his 128. The Mummy isn't.
Yeah.
I think I know where he's going. Yeah.
I think they're both in there, but one's higher, and you'll find out.
But you know what? Which one is for me? The Mummy's my third favorite movie of all time. Fucking love The Mummy. I saw it twice this week in theaters, and I've got 2 upcoming shows even talking about it. So no, I'm easily going The Mummy. I have my problems with Endgame. So,
Can you write? Can you write, Austin? You want to write a review for me?
No, I'm not a very good writer. I'm repetitive.
No,
I'm better on video, just like talking about it. That's what I'm doing. Shows about it.
Some people are. People are that way.
I'm not a writer. No.
Okay.
Jordan?
Yeah. Yeah. So I really do like The Mummy a lot. Like, Brendan Fraser's great. I really love Benny. I think Benny is like a fun character in that movie. Just like him going back and forth with Brendan Fraser. Wish I knew some of the lines because he's got some great ones. They're like just him and Brendan Fraser. Like back.
Think of my children. You don't have any children. Someday I might.
Children.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, someday I might. Shut up.
He's like one of the great kind of Weasley characters in like these in like movies like this. But for as much as I love The Mummy, like I think Endgame is like incredible. I think that it's amazing, and a lot of people will complain about certain aspects, like they figured out time travel in a day or less, and like there's different things that don't hold up. It's a comic book movie. It's not supposed to like make any kind of like real like logical sense, but I mean it does have some grounded things. I mean they do the villain justice. They do like they bring back like the OG Avengers to like team up for a little while, and like the moment when they all come back like on your left and you see them all come through the portal. I mean the scene when like Cap picks up the hammer and he has the hammer and the shield is like a stand up and cheer moment. That is like a really cool
and everything everybody talks about that movie is from the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, but I mean I still have a lot of fun with it, and I think kind of like Jonathan said that it's earned. Like
The
like
Mummy
you
is
earn
a
this after
complete
so many years.
film with complete characters and complete story arcs and great all
I still
over.
think it's a complete film because
Endgame is a movie that only everybody talks about the last half an hour, and really
the first half they're just trying to figure out what they're going to do because half the world disappeared and they got to figure it out and figure out what.
He figures out time travel in 3 hours.
So,
Scott Lang stuff's amazing. Scott Lang stuff's fantastic. Some of that stuff with Ronan and some of that stuff's fascinating. To see where these characters.
I think it's awesome, and I'm getting ready soon. I'm going to be doing like because I'm trying to have more short content. I want to try to break down my top 10 movies of all time in about 2 minutes or like maybe 2 to 3 each, and like do a little videos. And Endgame is in my top 10. But it's my second favorite MCU movie. I'm a Civil War guy. I like Civil War the best, but that one's up there. And and the Mummy's in my 128. It's just not nearly that high, so I got to go with Endgame. So
I did 64. I believe Endgame was in my 64, if I'm not mistaken. Austin, and you could tell me because I can't remember. My memory. I'm getting old. My memory's going. I love Endgame. I think it's the coup de grace, the chef's kiss of the MCU. Those first 3 phases were perfectly concluded with Endgame and Infinity War. Those movies are phenomenal movies. The Scott Lang stuff, the stuff with obviously he breaks his arms in Tag, so he can't be in Infinity War. But Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye comes back. He's Ronin. He's
that's awesome.
Him and his relationship with Scarlett Johansson, just the Hulk being
the first half, and that's great.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much in that movie that is so just phenomenal. That why they're talking about bringing Captain America back. He's got a new contract. Chris Evans is like, hopefully he's playing a different, like Nomad or a different type of Captain America, not this Captain America that we all know and love. I got to go with Endgame all day. I'm not sitting here and saying that. Yeah, that is phenomenal. I'd look at that all day. Guacamole eating Thor. Guacamole eating Thor.
Yeah.
I don't like guacamole, but Fat Thor was funny. It was funny to see Fat Thor. But no, I talked about the action genre and all this stuff with the Mummy. I am a fan of the Mummy. Don't get me wrong. I like the classic Mummy, to be honest, better.
Fat Thor. I got a Fat Thor right here for you. With a piece
I like
of
the 1930s.
There he is.
No.
Just for a moment.
Endgame. I know it's not Endgame. You guys are already moving the Mummy forward, so whatever.
Also, I think I made the decision because we have an Avengers movie there, so yeah, we're moving on.
Yeah.
On a different movie, that show, I'll defend like about 4 movies from Phase 4 of the MCU, but on a
Is this the last one?
This is an easy pick for me.
No, there's a few more. We're getting to the end here. We got
this
to.
It's hard.
It's like
because they're both horrible movies.
After midnight for me. We got The Intern with Robert De Niro and Rock of Ages. So Zach, you're on first. Lead us off.
So I think The Intern is actually very underrated because I think you have two great performances with Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro, and I recently saw this also on a plane, and I'm surprised how much I still enjoyed it. You get that great chemistry, you get the different perspectives of their work life, but I still think it works. And then with Rock of Ages, it's one word for me, and it's fun. It has a lot of great, it's very great jukebox musical, but Tom Cruise actually does sing in the movie because he likes to do his own things. And I've actually seen the off-Broadway version of Rock of Ages too. I'm going with Rock of Ages.
Yeah, Austin.
This whole match is
Yep.
a big old
Same here. Same for me. Yep.
on both of these. But if I had to pick one, I at least get some amusement from Tom Cruise and Rock of Ages, so I'll go with that.
I'll just go with The Intern because it's not an annoying musical. I don't love jukebox musicals. They're hard for me. There's a couple, but not many. So
Adam Shankman, the director of Rock of Ages, has a very strange filmography. I'll let you guys vote, and then we'll play the filmography game.
Yeah,
with Adam Shankman.
I'm voting for The Intern though, even though I don't.
Yeah,
care
no, it's fine. I'll go over after you guys.
Right?
No. I'll let you guys know after we vote. So y'all vote.
Shackman's got he's got Fantastic Four coming, I believe, right? Doesn't he?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
No, I'll tell you what. I actually agree with Zach here. I think The Intern is an underrated movie, and the relationship between Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro is very sweet and very interesting and very kind of very surprising. Robert De Niro movie, underrated. He's better than people give him credit for in his old. I know I'm saying old age because he's like in his 70s and he's doing some of these. You guys have got to see Ezra if you have. Please see Ezra and you'll see what I'm talking about. Rock of Ages is, I say Tom Cruise can do no wrong. Well, he can do no wrong with one thing, and that's Rock of Ages is garbage. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Oh, yeah.
So, The Intern.
Well, I think Robert De Niro hasn't done a good comedy since Meet the Parents, so that's just me.
He's good in those, though, Jordan. He's fantastic in those.
Yeah. But Jonathan, what do you say?
Unfortunately, it's up to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yikes.
Okay. No, when I saw the list, one of the movies that made me go yikes is Rock of Ages. I was bored out of my mind of Rock of Ages. No, there's a Shankman musical that is a lot better than this one. Yeah, Cruise is the only standout to me in this movie. He's good. The rest of it just, not good. No, I do like The Intern. I actually do like The Intern. I think it's a comfort film for me. One of the more underrated Nancy Meyers films. De Niro is, I think, yeah, you're right, Dan. He's underrated. Hathaway is good, but I think just the standout was De Niro. But Hathaway, a little up and down since then. But The Idea of You, which I just saw recently, she does give a good performance in it, in an otherwise decent film. I do recommend it, but
I've heard a lot of good about that movie.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. I'm not blown away by it, but I'll give my vote to The Intern. Rock of Ages, just no.
Well, Shankman was the right name for the director for that because he shanked that one, man. It's not good.
But Adam Shankman, his directorial filmography, just movies, not TV. The Wedding Planner in 2001, J-Lo. A Walk to Remember in 2002.
That's fine.
Bringing Down the House with Steve Martin and Latifah.
I actually like that one. That was a guilty pleasure.
It has not aged well.
Thank you.
Who dare?
The Pacifier with Vin Diesel.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind it either. That's a guilty pleasure. Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Steve Martin. Hairspray.
I like that
one. That's probably that. Bedtime Stories with Adam Sandler. Rock of Ages. What Men Want. Not One Women Want. Men Want.
That one is atrocious. That one's bad.
And most recently, Disenchanted. The Enchanted.
All right, so never mind.
So,
we're not doing Fantastic Four then.
So yeah,
Hairspray.
Adam Shankman seems to be one of these guys who just fails upwards in Hollywood. So, yeah, all right.
No, Hairspray is definitely his standout.
Yeah. Cinderella Man and Baywatch.
We all agree here. Can we please all agree here?
Yes, we will, Dan, but at least let's make his peace with Baywatch, okay?
I want to get this out for a moment. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, yes, I am voting for Cinderella Man because that is my number 6 favorite movie of all time. So, my thing with Baywatch is that it's ridiculous fun. And I love it because it's a movie ridiculous. That you just have fun watching it. I think it has great characters. It has good action. Priyanka Chopra actually, I think, is a decent villain, and it's what you also can consider to be kind of stupid fun, and that's why I like it. But it doesn't compare at all to Cinderella Man. So,
yeah. Okay, we're moving on.
What do you think? What do you think, Bogey and Bergman?
Okay. Yeah, right.
Hercules and Big Fish, and I believe that's our last one for the speed round. So we'll get it done.
This is an easy one,
and then we'll hit the speed round.
Yeah,
go for me. Again, Hercules is okay. I didn't grow up with it. I started moving on in the late '90s, so early '90s Disney is my jam. Hercules is okay. Big Fish, I just saw for the first time last year. Pretty good. Yeah, really good movie. So I'll give it to Big Fish.
Yeah, this one's pretty easy. Like, I think it's got to go to Big Fish. Like, I think that's great. It's a fun journey. It's like a cool story of like a father just telling these tall tales. Albert Finney, which did he pass away? I don't know if he's still alive. I don't know. But yeah, I think that there's some really cool characters that kind of make it then like a fun fantasy. Like, I'm a fantasy guy, but I like when they mix fantasy with a little bit of reality. It's kind of a more grounded fantasy type of thing. And yeah, I think that's a fun time. And yeah, I just never connected with Hercules. They both have Danny DeVito in it, so it's a Danny DeVito match.
That's true. It's a Danny DeVito match.
But
and they're both playing like kind of animals because Big Fish, he's like a werewolf sort of a dude or something. So, and Hercules, he's like the little pig guy or whatever the fuck he is in that movie.
Yeah, but like I know some people who are like obsessed with Hercules. Like I have an aunt and her daughters and some of my cousins. Like they're just like obsessed with this movie. They're singing it all the time and playing it all the time and like that's the gospel truth and all this stuff. I'm like, oh no, and not for me. So yeah, I'll go with Big Fish. So
yeah, I'll tell you right now. I think one of the best Tim Burton movies.
Oh, sorry. Our fifth Keith David movie. Sorry, he's in Hercules also as a follow. So you're a massive Keith David fan, Zach.
Maybe sometimes I didn't realize he was in his movies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Big Fish, and I think it's one of Tim Burton's best movies he's ever made. I think if you do a top 10 Tim Burton list, Big Fish is on there. I am a massive Phil Collins and Genesis fan, though, and the only reason why I like Hercules is because of Phil Collins and Genesis and the music that is in Hercules, and I know Big Fish is going to win this. So I just figure, just for Phil Collins and Genesis, I would go with Hercules.
Okay.
Yeah, Phil Collins went on like a late '90s, early 2000s like Disney run doing their music. Yeah. So, but Jonathan, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm actually on the same page with Austin. I'm not a big fan of Hercules. I just for some reason it doesn't click with me. Maybe because I read about it in school and then I watched this afterwards and I was like, okay. The songs are good. I do like Danny DeVito and James Woods as Hades.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, James Woods. Jonathan, yeah, he is great.
I screwed up. I'm an idiot. Phil Collins did not do the music for Hercules. He did the music for Tarzan.
I was going to say, yeah.
I screwed up.
Yeah.
Big Fish all the way. Big Fish. Not Hercules. I mixed up my Disney. He did Tarzan, not Hercules.
Okay. Well, I'm voting Big Fish, but Alan Menken did Hercules. But
yeah.
So, but Big Fish. It's a good Tim Burton movie. But yeah, Big Fish.
Yeah, he did Tarzan and Brother Bear. He did
That's it. I don't know what
Well,
the
he
hell.
did, he did the one song in Lion King also. He did the Can You Feel Love Tonight thing.
Yeah, he did that.
Right? Or
No, that's Elton.
No, that's Elton John.
That's
Yeah.
Elton
What the
John,
fuck?
Yeah.
That's Rocket Man himself.
John.
Phil Collins.
But run to Zach, or did you vote, Jonathan?
No.
I mean, it's gonna be a sweep for Big Fish, and I recently saw this months ago again, and I actually think this is actually my favorite Ewan McGregor movie and one of my favorite Helena Bonham Carter performances. And I love the fantasy adventure. I love the characters. So Big Fish.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that is.
John,
No, that is.
no,
That,
it's okay. Okay.
All right. So.
Phil Collins with Hercules, okay.
Yeah.
My brain sometimes is.
All right. Speedy.
The reason I was
time.
thinking maybe he did one song in it or something. I was like, couldn't remember.
Yeah.
But first, you gotta get speed. Demon speed. Speed's what we need. We need greasy, fast speed.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's right, Mickey. We need some greasy, fast speed.
Right.
That's what we need.
All right, Meredith.
Good.
All right. Greasy, fast speed time. You guys know how it works. Just give me a movie. Jordan, Apollo 13 game night.
I'll go game night.
Apollo 13.
Okay, John.
Apollo 13.
Okay, Zach.
Apollo 13.
I'll go Apollo 13. So there we go. Okay. All right. Creed and Catch Me If You Can. Dan.
Catch Me If You Can.
Okay. Jonathan.
Yeah, Catch Me If You Can.
Okay, Zach.
Catch Me If You Can.
I'll go Catch Me If You Can. Jordan.
I'll give some love to Creed.
Okay. But we'll have a Tom Hanks match coming up after that. So
yeah.
All right, and we'll do that in a little bit. Jurassic Park and Scooby-Doo 2.
Let's go on.
Yes,
Scooby-Doo. No.
This time, Jordan, you vote for Scooby-Doo?
No, not this time. I can't do it.
Okay. I'll say against
That's
your third favorite movie
like
of all
I said
time or whatever.
No Titanic.
You gotta
here,
buy.
so
You gotta
we're
buy.
good.
So
Yeah, you gotta buy. You made it out of the first round. Good job.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted and Flashpoint. Jonathan.
okay, this time I have to go with I haven't seen Flashpoint. So Bill and Ted.
Okay. Zach.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah, I'll go Bill and Ted.
Yeah, something is afoot at the Circle K. Let's go with Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted. All right. Schindler's List and Real Steel. Well, once again, this is it's another.
Yeah. Which
we'll vote real quick. We'll see. Zach.
which movie has things fighting with the
Schindler's List.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go Schindler's List.
Yeah. But I do like Real Steel a lot, but I'll go Schindler's List.
That's
Okay.
3.
10. Yeah. And Jonathan? Dan, Jonathan?
Yeah, sweep Schindler.
Okay. Just making sure. I didn't know if Real Steel might have that underdog thing going. Who knows?
You made out during Schindler's List.
Yeah. Rocket Man and Pirates of the Caribbean. Me, I'll go Pirates. Jordan?
Yeah, it's easy. Pirates.
Yeah, I gotta go. Unfortunately, this time I gotta go Pirates.
All right.
Jonathan.
Pirates.
Zach?
And finish the sweep. Yeah, Pirates.
Pirates. Okay. Raiders and 42. Harrison Ford match. All right. Jordan.
Oh, Raiders. All day. Yeah.
Raiders.
Yeah. John?
Raiders.
Zach?
I was going to go 42.
Okay. I'll go Raiders. Raiders. Speed and Miracle. Dan.
Oh God, man, this is a tough one for me. I'm gonna have to go Speed. I think I'm not gonna say anything else. Speed.
That's all good. All right. Jonathan.
What are we doing here?
Speed and Miracle.
Speed round. Speed.
Yeah, right. Speed round. Yeah.
Zach.
Miracle.
Okay. Speed.
Yeah, for some reason, that Speed poster reminds me of the Behind Enemy Lines poster. Just a flaming bus instead of a flaming airplane. But I'll go Speed.
Okay.
There's no flaming Gene Hackman.
Yeah, right.
All right. On the other side, we got Beverly Hills Cop and the Avengers. Jonathan.
I think this is interesting. Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay. Zach?
Avengers.
Avengers. Jordan?
Yeah, Avengers has Loki, and he's burdened with glorious purpose here, so I'll go Avengers.
Okay.
Dan.
Avengers.
All right. Back to the Future and Quick and the Dead. Zach?
Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
It's like the fun matchup here, this like sci-fi adventure and western. I'll go Back to the Future.
They seem like they should have a crossover actor, but they don't. It's weird.
Yeah, they should.
They should. I can see Christopher Lloyd just hanging around Quick and the Dead, but he doesn't. Dan?
Back to the Future.
All right, Jonathan.
Yeah, with his rifle. Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking if Crispin is in Quick. No, he's in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. That's
what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris McGlure seems like he could be like some bar patron.
Yeah.
Quick and the Dead. But
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Sweep. Back to the Future.
All right. Or I could see like James Tolkien like being a dude hanging around in the Quick and the Dead.
Or even Thomas F. Wilson.
Thomas F. Wilson.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The Thing and The Shining. Ooh, big time horror match
Here's
here.
a good match.
All right. Me, this was super close, both in my top 10, but I'll go The Thing. Jordan.
Here's The Thing. Let's vote for The Thing. Dan.
Yeah, The Thing for me. Yep.
Yeah. Jonathan.
It's very close. Thing.
Zach.
And sweep the Thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Only a movie like The Thing could sweep The Shining. That's for sure. Yeah. I Love You, Man, and Everest. Jordan.
Oh, I Love You, Man. No Jason Clarke. I Love You, Man. Dan.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go with I Love You, Man as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that movie. I Love You, Man.
Okay.
Zach.
I Love You, Man.
I would have gone Everest, but I Love You, Man. Lion King and Kingsman. Dan.
Yeah, The Lion King here.
Okay. Jonathan.
Easily. Lion King.
Lion King. Zach.
Lion King.
I'll go Lion King.
Now, normally I would vote for the Kingsman, but I just re-listened to like the whole Lion King soundtrack because I'm like trying to put together some seen and heard music trivia maybe for our Patreon.
Oh.
So I was listening to that, and that soundtrack rules, and the movie's great. Lion King.
Mm-hmm. All right. It and Cool Runnings. Again, I'll put it up for that one as well. Only on tournament fights.
Fun for the
journey. Here.
Yeah, right. A great double feature for the kids. That's right. Jonathan.
Yeah, it has kids in it.
Yeah.
It is a tough one. It.
Okay.
Zach.
It.
I'll go Cool Runnings.
Yeah, I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who don't take no crap off of nobody. Once again, Cool Runnings.
You can say shit. You say shit in the movie. Don't take no shit off nobody.
They say crap in the movie. That's actually the line. They say crap.
I'll go for it.
They say shit. I'm gonna play the clip for you at the end of the show.
Yeah, play it. It'll say crap.
Remember, it's a Disney movie. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah, and they slipped it in there. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they say crap, but maybe I was watching the TV version. I don't know.
You were watching the TV censored version.
Maybe I don't know.
I forgot. I'm
curious if they do.
Yeah.
Dan voted for it. So.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So it moves on. The Mummy and the Intern. Zach.
The Mummy.
Yeah, The Mummy.
The Mummy by like 10 country miles.
By a desert length.
Yeah. Like a Sahara desert. Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Dan.
Yeah. Mummy, don't remind me the Mummy.
Yeah. Jonathan.
It's a sweep. The Mummy.
Yeah.
But the Mummy's still good, Dan. Come on.
It
is.
awesome.
It is. It is.
It rules. Cinderella Man and Big Fish. Jordan. It feels like these should have a crossover actor in there somewhere too, but I don't think they do. They should. No. I can see Paul
Addie
Giamatti being in Big
Considine?
Fish, even though he's not. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I had to give it to Cinderella Man. This was like a big surprise that I didn't know it existed until I was at a friend's house. Put it on.
Cinderella Man.
Jonathan.
Cinderella Man.
Yeah. Zach.
Cinderella Man.
And Austin.
Cinderella Man. I was supposed to go first, but we screwed it up. It's fine.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. So the winners of this will be in the Elite Eight coming up. So let me jot those down so I can try to get a poll for Zach. I'll try to remember. But we'll start with see which Tom Hanks movie moves on, because we got Apollo 13 and Catch Me If You Can. Jordan.
Catch Me If You Can.
Okay.
Dan.
Apollo 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
I'm gonna go with let's go Apollo 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zach.
Yeah.
My favorite Tom Hanks performance, Apollo 13.
Wow. Okay. I would have got Catch, but Apollo 13 into your lead aid, Zach. So there you go. All right. Cool. One that doesn't show up a lot, so I'm not mad about it. Jurassic Park and Bill and Ted. Dan.
I will go with Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Jonathan.
Bill and Ted.
Okay. Zach.
Bill and Ted.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
By an easily a mile.
I mean, Bill and Ted is good, but it's
I like Bill and Ted, but it ain't Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
All right. Schindler's List and Pirates. All right. Jonathan.
Me? You mean?
John. No, Dan, you just went.
I did?
Jonathan.
Yeah, you did.
My fault.
Schindler's List.
Okay. Zach.
Pirates.
Schindler.
Awesome. Oh man, I gotta go Pirates. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm the tiebreaker. Guess what? It's not that much of a tiebreaker because I got Schindler's List all day, every day of the week, and 365 days of the year.
Okay. All right. So Schindler moves on. All right.
The list is life.
Yeah. All right. Raiders and Speed.
Oh,
cool. Zach.
Speed.
It's close. I'll go Speed.
I'll go Raiders. Dan.
I'm going Raiders.
Oh shit.
Jonathan, on to you.
Both 5 out of 5 action movies.
This is classic Harrison Ford.
I know. I always get into these situations. You know what? Let's make this interesting. Speed.
Speed with the upset.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's funny how we consider that an upset.
Yeah, Speed's not an upset.
No, it is.
Speed.
It is.
No, they're both
not
even for me.
Raiders, though. It's not Raiders, though.
That's not.
I rank Mummy higher than Raiders on my personal list. Avengers and Back to the Future. Me, Back to the Future. Jordan.
Let's see. Wait, what are we voting on?
Avengers and Back to
the Future.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I was looking at the other side. Shoot, this one's tough, but I'll go Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Dan. Yeah.
Okay.
Jonathan.
Back to the Future.
Zach.
I would have gone with Avengers.
Okay. Back to the Future. Thing and I Love You, Man. Jordan.
Oh man. Will catch you later, Jobin. And did you just call me Jobin? Like they're just random stuff that makes me laugh. I gotta go. I love you, man.
The
Dan.
thing. You're making me laugh with these damn. How do you remember this, Jordan? I can't remember half. I see so many movies.
Just like a random brain that just remembers movie quotes. So if I do trivia, a movie quote is always much strength. But Jonathan,
keep that in mind. The Thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Before I vote, I will say that whoever wins this matchup is one of the kind of like the surprise ones in the poll based on what else has won.
Okay.
The Thing.
Is it lower on your list?
No, I'm talking about because a lot of the ones that have won are ones that have won a lot before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll have a unique winner tonight. It'll be close. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go Thing. We'll see. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, we'd have a great unique winner in Western. Screw me over.
Oh my God, Dan, are you still on that from like 6 months ago?
Okay, Goodfellas won the tournament. Goodfellas.
No, he's talking about the Westerns thing when Blazing Saddles beat Unforgiven. That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I was pissed about that for about 10 seconds.
Yeah. And I moved on.
I'm coming to Idaho to get you.
All right. Let's see.
Or Lion King. Lion King.
All right.
Come to Idaho, where I live, right next to where they film Bronco Billy. It's a Clint Eastwood Western.
No, Brokeback Mountain, right?
No.
My other
Idaho. That's an.
Wyoming.
Yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, Jonathan.
Lion King.
Okay, Zach.
Zach.
I'm gonna say it.
Lion King.
And I'll go Lion King.
Okay, Lion King.
Lion King.
The Mummy and Cinderella Man. All right. Jonathan.
What? Okay. Cinderella Man.
Cinderella Man.
Austin.
You know, he's picking the Mummy.
Oh, yeah, I'm picking the Mummy. What did you pick, Jonathan?
Cinderella Man.
Cinderella Man. Okay, just make sure. Jordan.
Yeah, for whatever reason, the Mummy is like a quotable movie, but it's like one of the few movies I don't remember the quotes from very well. But I'll go with the Mummy.
You just have to watch it 400 more times like I do.
Yeah, right.
The tiebreaker comes to me, and it's not really a tiebreaker because it's Cinderella Man.
All right.
Well, kind of.
All right. Going over to the left side.
I like this
the final four. Solid eight movies here. Got Apollo 13 and Jurassic Park.
Right.
Zach.
Apollo 13.
Okay. Jurassic Park. Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know why Spielberg and Ron Howard seem to have like kind of similar types, like filmographies in some ways, but I'll go Jurassic Park. Dan.
Yeah, I've been on the Apollo 13 track all along, but now it's Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah, I was gonna say Apollo 13.
Okay, that was close. Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, and Speed. It almost was a Spielberg match. We didn't get it. Speed and Schindler.
You guys screwed it up. Way to go.
No, we're gonna get one here. No.
Well, this is like
semifinals.
The better movie versus one of my favorite movies. I'm gonna go Speed.
Yeah, let's go. Speed Kills Coming Down the Mountain. That's a great rock song.
Schindler's List.
Okay.
Jonathan.
I want to see how this goes. Schindler's List.
Come on, Zach.
We'll leave
Come on, Zach. You find a good
Schindler's
tiebreaker. Do the right thing here.
Or do you like to have fun?
Or this is Zach's list, and he picks whatever he wants, Dan.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Go ahead. Pick whatever you want. It's your list. Go ahead.
It's a tough matchup. I'm going with Schindler's List. It's close though. It was close though.
All right, we're gonna have a Spielberg match over on that side though, and the Spielberg '93 match. The two movies that came out that year. Yeah, the '93 Spielberg double. All right, Back to the Future and The Thing, the right side. All right, Jordan.
Yeah, I got to give it to Back to the Future.
Okay,
Dan.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to give it to Back to the Future as well. I love The Thing, though. Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jonathan.
Both classics, but in the end, it comes to between these two only. It comes to rewatchability, and I rewatch Back to the Future more. So Back to the Future.
All right.
Yeah. Zach.
I would have gone with The Thing.
Come on, you slacker.
Come on,
go with
Back to the Future.
No.
So there we go.
No, it's your list, so it's all good.
The Lion King and Cinderella Man. Dan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a massive Cinderella Man fan, but I mean, Lion King is just so iconic and so amazing, and I gotta go with the Lion King.
All right.
Yep. Jonathan.
Lion King.
Yeah. Zach.
Cinderella Man.
Yeah. Austin.
Lion King.
Yeah. Now, what Shakespearean play is Cinderella Man based on? But The Lion King is based on Hamlet, right? So
Yep.
I'll go with The Lion King.
All right. All right. So here's our final four. We have Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, Back to the Future, and Lion King. 3 of these are Spielberg related. And one is not, because Back to the
And
Future
also
was
2 Spielberg versus 2 Robert Zemeckis.
What? Lion King is not Robert Zemeckis.
No, it's
what are you
not.
talking
Isn't it?
about?
No, Robert Zemeckis?
No.
Who directed The Lion King? I thought it was
Rob Minkoff. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's Rob Minkoff. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for I always thought that it was Robert Zemeckis.
Robs, but not
Robert Zemeckis did not do any Disney movies, brother. He
did produce it, or did he have anything?
It was
to
the
do with
closest.
it?
Well, yeah, but not like like these Disney animated movies. He was never involved in that. I would say the closest thing he did
I
was
always thought that he directed it.
no.
Most thing he did was the Pinocchio one, like 2 years ago.
Well, who directed The Lion King? Why isn't that guy not famous?
Menken, right? Alan Menken, right?
Rob
Minkoff.
Did he direct anything else, or just just The Lion King?
We'll get back to that, but
okay, I was gonna say, like, why is that guy not famous for like making like the greatest animated movie?
Sometimes animated directors don't get a lot of credit. They just do the animation and they move on.
And the music was Elton John, Hans Zimmer, Alan Menken, whatever. These guys were all massive musicians at the time, and they
the musicians are
they got the credit for that. I'm going. Is it my turn?
No, it's Jonathan's turn. So we got the '93 Spielberg match, Schindler and Jurassic Park.
Okay,
Jonathan.
So
yeah,
I've seen enough episodes. Okay, and I think hopefully tonight's the night, because we got to give recognition to, I think, his complete masterpiece. And I think Schindler's List.
Okay.
No, but come on, you gotta give love to Schindler's List, right? Just...
yeah. Zach.
I mean, you're not the only one. Schindler's List.
I just want to make Jonathan, or excuse me, I just want to make Zach watch Schindler's List again. So Schindler's List.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have to,
He said he's only seen it once. So let's make him watch it again. Schindler's List.
Watch it again.
Yeah.
I mean, for much of I want to, I got to bring out Dr. Malcolm and say, yes, life finds a way. Yes, I'll go with Jurassic Park.
But the list is life.
I'm going with Schindler's List.
Schindler's List in the finals. Back to the Future and The Lion King, which was not directed by Robert Zemeckis. That's probably what Jordan may try to tell you.
I was thinking of Zimmer, or like that last name. I don't know. Like on Zimmer.
No, yeah, not even close. Zach.
It's higher on my list, so Lion King.
Okay. This is super close, but Back to the Future.
I think it's easy. Back to the Future.
Okay. Dan?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with Back to the Future here.
All right, Jonathan?
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Okay, so we got Spielberg directed versus Spielberg produced with Back to the Future. And
but that one is Robert Zemeckis. So, all right.
Yes, that one is Robert Zemeckis. Yes, it is.
But Spielberg produced it.
Yes, Spielberg produced it. Steven Spielberg presents Back to the Future. So our finals are Back to the Future and Schindler's List. Me first, and let's make Jonathan. Why do I keep saying Jonathan? Jesus Christ! Sorry,
not my list.
You can watch Schindler's List. I know you'll do one eventually, Jonathan.
Well, you can watch it too, Jonathan. If you want to rewatch Schindler's List,
I have the movie.
I've got the 4K. Jordan.
Sure, I'll get on board with that. Let's go Schindler's List.
All right, Dan.
So is that 2 votes for Schindler's List?
Yes.
Yeah. And make it a 3rd vote.
3rd vote. All right, Jonathan.
Maybe he has not won. So yeah, Schindler's List.
And Zach.
All right.
I mean, I was the minority. I was going to vote for Back to the Future.
He really doesn't want to.
No, it's more of just I have Back to the Future higher.
Well, and Jonathan had a sneaky suspicion. He was correct. So Back to the Future has won multiple times, or at least once. I don't know about. I think it's won twice. Lion King has won twice. Jurassic Park has won 4 times.
That's what.
And then Schindler's List has not won. This is a first-time winner. We had
finally. Really? I could have sworn it won before.
Schindler's List. No, it's the running joke that Schindler's List never makes it out of the second round and shit, and
there you go.
never ever
Well,
gets
there it is.
Just desserts here on Tournament Fights, and it finally does. So it is finally a winner.
Look,
and as your prize act, you get to sit down this upcoming week, and watch Schindler's List. So prep yourself.
That's fine with
Well,
there you go.
One quick second, let me pull up my M and go with Nazi figure
but
here.
back to this Rob Minkoff conversation. Okay, so Lion King was his first film.
Oh.
And then he did Stuart Little.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Stuart Little. Oh.
Stuart Little 2. The Haunted Mansion.
So he has another stuff that aren't that good.
Yeah, the Forbidden.
Like the Haunted Mansion, like the Eddie Murphy one, is not. It's not horrible. It's passable for me.
Okay.
And Austin went away a second, but
the Forbidden Kingdom.
Oh, you did that.
I don't know. My computer did that goofy restart when I closed the bracket again. That happened 3 weeks
weird.
ago. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. So,
Flypaper, my Mr. Peabody and Sherman, and Positive Fury: The Legend of Hank.
Really? After doing the Lion King,
quite the fall off.
He really
Not
went.
even-
Yeah.
I mean, not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close.
He took a dive. Man, crazy.
He kept on working though. So he kept on working all those years though. Well, you know.
But I got
they'll probably just let him do what he wants because, like, you did the Lion King, so we'll let you keep doing what you're doing. But
I got to text Jacob Barber because he's always hyping for Schindler's List to win a tournament and never does, and now it has. So I got to tell him.
There you go.
No, because I've seen Jurassic Park win more times than I've imagined.
Yeah.
It was like, you know what? Schindler's List. It's tonight's the night.
Once we get to 64 more unique winners, then we're gonna do another tournament of all the unique winners. We already did one for the first 64. So
Jonathan,
the other one.
Do you don't have a 64 coming up?
Not at the moment. No.
Yeah.
No, but if you
I'll think about it.
if you ever want to do it, just
jump on yours,
let us know.
Yeah, you got to do one, man. You got to put together 64 so we can do a 64. For
maybe an upcoming announcement. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you ever want to do it, we'll let you pick whoever you want to be on.
Oh, selecting the people will be difficult though.
Pick me. Pick me.
Yeah.
I have like 20 people besides Austin.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, we kind of have to be here, but you can pick everybody else. Yes.
But I'll guarantee you, Baywatch is not on the list.
I have to run this and George the host. So, but as far as the
just
other
make them face you in a trivia match, and whoever can finally beat you, then they can come on. Yes. Right? You can do that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of which, I did see Jeremy's match.
Oh.
I am a little petrified.
Dude, I told you to watch it. I said, bro,
he's pretty good.
He's really he damn near went perfect. So you got to worry about that guy.
I'm surprised. I didn't know.
Have you guys seen his Full Metal Championship match yet?
He's amazing. Like Jeremy Adams is really really good.
He got
really good.
jobbed in his Full Metal Championship. He got jobbed.
Really? Oh,
yeah. Malcolm screwed up. Don't say I said anything. Malcolm screwed up.
Okay.
It should have been a what do you call it when you question the answer or question
a challenge? A challenge.
Should have been a challenge. The challenge wasn't handled properly, and Jeremy.
Well, I won't say anything, but this is live, so anyone can see it. So
yeah,
just so you know.
But anyways, getting back on topic. So Schindler's List has won, and we've got a few more. Whoever wants to stick around for the ending montage, Jordan sent me the other deep fake montage. Slideshow. Although I can't pause it because it's on StreamYard, but the last time he did this, it went really fast. So you're gonna have to look at it fast. So we'll see how it goes.
Might go fast, but it might not. I didn't really have time to time it out, so I just kind of did it.
Well, but if not, Zach, I'm sure you can get in touch with Jordan. Maybe he can email you, all of them, and you can take a look at them, something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
But let's get to the plugs and get out of here. It's almost 1 a.m. for me, and I got to work at 6. So let's get it.
You're going out of town at 8, so So thanks again, guys. We'll just do some quick plugs. So we'll start with Dan. Where can we find you?
You can find me at fromthefourthrow.com, where I am a film critic in Orlando, Florida. Also, my Instagram, Letterbox, Facebook, Threads, X, Dan Skipbound, DP Skipbound, From the Fourth Row, any variation of those. You see me popping up in Full Metal and Trivia or Malcolm's Rankum or the Dill Pickle Network on Picture This or whatever. Zach, I want to say thank you for letting me come on. I had a lot of fun. This is much better than my Westerns one that I did that didn't go so good. But everybody, I had a lot of fun. Glad you guys let me come back on because I know I can get a little passionate.
Yeah, that's all right. But I'll just say that like all you guys on here, Zach handpicked you. He wanted you guys all here to be a part of it. So yeah, so you can thank Zach for being here. So yeah, but Jonathan, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on different social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, different variations, on Letterbox and Caro. I basically tweet reviews or whatever stuff I come up with. Instagram, I do some fun stuff on there. Letterbox, I write reviews. I write different variety of reviews. Lately, 2024. A little bit of good momentum lately.
Yeah.
After a very bad start. But lately it's been pretty good. Civil War, Challenger, Snack Shack, Late Night with the Devil. I mean, pretty good. You can find me in the reviews. Sunday, I will be on the upcoming Rankum episode. Discussing Emily Blunt movies. So I'm gonna be doing top 12 Emily Blunt movies. I believe JPO will be on that show, I think. We'll talk about all kinds of Emily Blunt movies. Maybe we'll discuss The Fall Guy if I get to it. We'll see. But thanks for having me on, Jordan Austin, and also Zach. Thanks for handpicking me. We had fun discussing these movies, this variety of movies, even though we disagree with a couple for sure. I'm just gonna take this out, including Baywatch, of course.
I mean, they're on the same level, right?
Yeah, Baywatch, Schindler's List.
Casablanca, Baywatch. Okay, no, but I can guarantee you that will not be on my list. Again, thank you for handpicking me. This was fun. This was a lot of fun discussing this, and that's it for me. I'm gonna hop out of here and have a good night.
All right, we'll see you later. Yeah. But we'll go to the man of the hour, Zach. Where can we find you?
First off, want to say thank you for letting me do a top 64, and for all the people that joined. You can mainly find me on Letterboxd and YouTube at MovieFanZ. Watch a big variety of movies, as you can tell. And you can just find me at a lot of other different places. I'm on here a lot of times, so that's what I have.
Yeah. Yeah, and I will say that you may know Zach for having some hot takes, but like maybe not as many hot takes as you might think. I mean, I thought most of his movies were pretty good. Only 4 or 5 maybe that where I was like okay, that's a little weird, but like the rest of the list was pretty solid. So yeah, so good job. So, but Austin, what do you have going on?
Yeah, no, I mean, not much outside of this channel. Next week, hopefully, we'll finally get to that recast. I'll pull everything this weekend, and we should get that going.
Monday.
Yeah, and I don't know, not much else. I'll be going on vacation in a week and a half, so I'm not doing a whole lot. But speaking of the Mummy. And I quote Ryan Permison's channel, next Saturday, 7 p.m., we'll be doing a Mummy 25th anniversary watch along, like sort of a commentary thing. So I'll get to geek out about the Mummy for 2.5 hours. It'll be fun.
Nice. Sounds good. Yeah, and then that's when I shout out. I watched Unfrosted today. That dropped on Netflix. It's pretty good. I thought it's kind of like almost like close to like a parody,
It's getting a lot of bad reviews, though.
It's like a mockumentary. It's not meant to be taken serious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a mockumentary. If you're going with that kind of like mindset, I think you'll have fun with it. And Melissa McCarthy isn't like as annoying as she usually is. She's actually all right in it, I think. But yeah, so yeah, and I didn't realize that Jerry Seinfeld's 70. Like he doesn't look like he's 70, but he's 70 years old. That is a crazy fact to think about. And he hasn't done very many movies because he hasn't really needed to. He's got Seinfeld, so. Yep, he's got the money. So, but I won't do too much since we're a little late. I'll go a little lighter on my plugs, but we rebranded our Facebook group now, so the Schmodown Friends and Family group is no more because I think that Schmodown's kind of done and had its time. So you can find us in the new Movie Hero Network Facebook groups. We can still post anything related to a YouTube channel if you have a project that you're working on, or we also open it up. I want to try to open up like movie discussions. So if you want to get on there and you want to just talk movies, or you want to talk about a movie that came out without giving too many spoilers, then you can do that over there. Just post to your heart's content over there, as long as it fits within that kind of parameters: movies, TV, pop culture, all that stuff. So yeah, to have some fun over there, and then we'll post Zach's Elite 8 and probably within the next few days, and then we'll open it to the community so you can vote for it. And you can let Zach know what you think about his final 8 that we picked. So, and then we have some trivia coming up for the Seen and Heard movie trivia. Our next match will be a certified fresh match because we did a rotten match. So it'll be all clips from movies that are rated 90% and above on Rotten Tomatoes. So if you want to be part of that, we still have some open spots. So just let me know if you want to be on that one, and we'll put you on. And we don't have any dates set yet because we'll just get the group together and we'll see what dates work best for everyone in the group. So we'll do that. And then you can check out our Patreon if you go to patreon.com/moviehero. I'm going to be putting up the new schedule that's going to be 4 months out if you want first dibs on signing up for episodes. I'll probably be doing that either Monday or Tuesday. It's been really busy because I got to get out just the regular schedule on the Movie Hero Network group. That's 2 months out. Probably that'll be up this weekend for sure, maybe tomorrow or Sunday. And then on Monday, Tuesday will be the Patreon schedule. And you can see that for even just $1 over there. So and then for some of the higher tiers, you can see some exclusive podcasts and things like that. And then let's see. I guess we will. I don't know if you still want to do it, a spin, Austin, for the Wheel of Movies. I don't know if you're.
Do it right now, real quick. You got it pulled up.
Yeah. So I'll I'll do that.
We were gonna try to do one next Wednesday before I go on vacation, so we can get one out there.
Yeah, so I'll do it right now. Just give me a second, and then after the spin, I'll tell you what's coming up on tournament fights and tier ranker next week. But let's see, I have right here. Okay, so here we go. I got the wheel of movies, but I'm gonna have to switch it over from the mystery tournament one to the wheel of movies because they're like roughly the same wheel, but they're just different movies that are on and off the list. Okay, so here we go. Wheel of movies. I got it here. So, all right. So you can kind of see it, just a big blur.
Hopefully, it's not Baywatch.
Yeah, it's got 1,600 movies. So for right now, I haven't had a chance to add Zach's movies to the list. I could do it real quick if you want to bear with me.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just keep rolling.
Okay.
We'll do that next time.
But in light of time, the interest of time, we'll make sure that they're on there for the next one. They'll be eligible for our next mystery tournament, so you'll have them on for that. So I'll give it a spin.
It won't be some crappy X-Men movie, right?
Yeah, we did X2 last time. Yeah.
Well, that's a good one. But you had a crappy X-Men movie or a Star Wars.
The Last Unicorn.
This might be a Chris Scott pick. I don't know if you.
Spin that shit again. I'm not doing the last.
Spin that shit again.
Spin that shit again. No,
Yeah.
no, I'm not doing it. I have executive authority over Wheel of Movies again. I'm not doing shit like that. I'm gonna keep going.
Thank you.
Look, it doesn't have to be like a personal favorite, but like it needs to be something I at least know of and can talk about and have a discussion about. So
what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tell Chris that it came up, and if he wants to do a quick review on his own,
if he wants to do a quick review, that's fine. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing an hour-long discussion on the last uniform. Ain't happening. Nope.
No, that's fine.
No, because I still have to host the show.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
There you go.
All right, we can talk about Guardians. That's fine.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'll jump on. Let me come on.
We'll see. I might have a lot of people pawing at that, so we'll see.
Yeah, so that one
that's on a lot of people's
Guardians of the Galaxy. Wednesday night, just roughly about 9 p.m. Eastern, roughly. So
another comic book movie from last time. So
right.
I thought you already did Guardians on that.
No, we haven't done not on Wheel of Movies. We've only done like 15 episodes. We haven't done that.
Yeah, but
I don't know why I thought Guardians has come up already. My mind is all jumbled.
But real quick, I just want to tell you what we have coming up because we did have to switch a couple things because some people who had certain matches based around them weren't available, so we switched things up a little bit. But what we're going to be doing on Tuesday, we'll be doing best alternate / foreign movie titles, which I'm already kind of halfway done making that list. So and I think that one I'll just put it together. So because I'm already pulling movie posters as I bring up these foreign titles, so that way you don't have to worry about it. You can just focus on the recast and the Wheel of Movies, Austin. So I can do that. And then Friday will be Brian Nussbaum versus Richie Goodacre on about their favorite TV shows. So we bumped up their TV show match, and then we will be doing next Tuesday will be Maria Hammond will be doing a top 64. So we'll have hers up.
You might have to have just some reminder. You might have to have Malcolm on for co-host or run the bracket for that or something like that.
Oh yeah, for that one because you'll be gone.
Because I will be in a hotel somewhere.
Yeah, no, that's all good. And then we'll be doing a movie hero mystery tournament for that Friday. For that week, and then there's a couple of things that I still need to rework on the schedule. We did push the best movies of 2003 ladder series to next month. We're just going to shift everything 1 month. So that week it is TBD because me and Austin are actually going to be out of town together, and so we won't be around for that week. We're definitely going to have no show on Tuesday, May 21st. There'll be no show, but for Friday we'll have something. I just haven't figured out 100%. So that's TBD. So that's why it's important to subscribe, hit the little bell notification, follow us on on the Movie Hero Network, and you can keep up to date with that. And then all of our social medias are down in the description below. And then we will be fitting in Austin versus Jacob their favorite actor battle. We'll be doing a tournament fight versus. That's another a TBD. We're trying to decide if we're going to which Friday we're going to do it. If it's going to be the May 31st, or if it's going to be May 24th. So just keep posted on all of our social media, and we'll let you know all that stuff. And then also we have Malcolm Labud doing his top 64 TV shows. So got that one coming up. And then we'll be doing a part 2 of our best TV shows from 2020 until now, because there's so many gosh dang TV shows that we had to break it up into a 2-parter. So we're going to be doing that. And then we'll be getting fairly soon, within like the second week, we're just going to keep on rolling with those TV shows, and it'll be best TV shows 2015 to 2019. So I'll be watching a lot of TV in the next little bit. So that's basically what we have coming up for the next little while. So yeah, but this was fun. It's fun to talk about Zach's favorite movies, and then maybe I'll say like about a year from now, we can do a 128, because that's about what I wait. About that long. We'll get some other people doing their favorites, and then we'll get back to you. So yeah.
I mean, I've already got kind of compiled at least half of my other 64. So
there you go.
Oh, cool. Well, you have some time to kind of think about it.
And
you haven't seen,
and watch some more stuff. Yeah, watch some more older stuff. So
watch some more stuff. So yeah, but that's gonna do it. So we'll just end it on some more deep fakes. There's a lot of them that I made, so they're so stay tuned for ones maybe you haven't seen yet, and for Dan Skip Allen, for Zach Shelton, for Jonathan Caro, for JPO, for Austin Pez Howell. I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we'll see you next time. On a deep fake, sorry.